Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Sky's the limit, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
We don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again.
¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me, so talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the Boxing Voice.
Good morning, TBV, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another jam-packed morning edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. We have four guests lined up for you. We got Coach Calvin Ford, Coach Kenny Ellis, Coach Mustafa Mickens, and then we have upset specialist heavyweight Roberto Helenius. That's right. So at 9:30 the action starts, and don't forget the number to call in and to listen to the show absolutely free from anywhere in the world, 1-425-569-5241. We're talking Canelo Alvarez, Triple G, and the fact that sources are saying the trilogy has been agreed to by both men, and we'll be doing a double topic with Anthony Joshua, and the fact that I put time defense, it should be saying title defense, his title defense could be rescheduled. That must have been a weird typo. But yes, this is what we're going to be talking about. If you're interested, you know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Remember, by calling into Blog Talk, you can call in absolutely free anywhere in the world and listen to the show live. Let me head on out to Corpus Christi, Texas, to my co-host Mario Manguilla.
It's me, Mario.
What is up? Excuse me. Yeah, definitely excited to talk this topic. I feel like we've marinated it pretty well with all the speculation that we had, the meeting with John Skipper and then picking BJ Saunders as an opponent, which happened to be, right on that list that they had talked about. And we also kind of called a lot of the other little details that we'll get into. But actually, Ness, you were wrong. This is a triple topic show because RIP to Roger Mayweather, one of the most important figures of my growing up and watching boxing. I was a kid when 24/7 started, and Roger Mayweather, he didn't just make himself a star. He made that show a star. He was probably more important in some ways than Floyd. Now, I'm not saying that he was a bigger part of it than Floyd, but there were aspects that you take away as a hardcore boxing fan that and that changed the game forever. Footage forever. Things that we saw from them started being emulated in camps all across the United States and the UK. And so we'd see amateurs and pros alike putting on clinics or putting on footage like we've seen, and and how many memes had came from there, and how much classic old footage and the quotes. He was responsible for one of the most important and one of the most overused quotes in all of boxing. And so RIP to him. He died at 59. He lost that battle to diabetes, which he had been suffering for a very long time, and his health continued to decline throughout the years. But just RIP to him. You can get a 10 count if you want. But before I guess we do that, I think that personally, one of my favorite memories was just him in front of like the cereal aisle. I don't know if you remember that with I think it was his girlfriend at the time, and then him narrating in the background and talking. And I don't know if that was his first appearance. I want to say it might have been, thinking of now about all that he talked about and all that we learned from him, but we knew back then he was sick. And there were reports at some point that he had stopped doing the mitts for his nephew Floyd Mayweather Jr. And that he couldn't do the mitts for him anymore. And so, it was just like a lot of stories that would come out that he wasn't as involved as he used to be. But back then he was, the captain. It was a big storyline, who's Floyd's trainer, is it Senior or is it his uncle? And it was one of the most memorable pieces of TV from that time. It really was. And, I know not everybody has HBO, so it's not as big as certain moments. Obviously, they don't stack up. But for me, around that time, that's what made boxing for me, those moments right there, because it was like a new aspect. And obviously 24/7, and I think it was Ross Greenberg, obviously those guys are to thank for what we got. But Roger Mayweather, I promise you, nobody could have created that moment other than Roger Mayweather. Those moments, I mean, they're just iconic. But he's a great trainer too. Like, that's the other thing. He's I think oftentimes overlooked because his biggest body of work was with Floyd.
Oh, you're done?
Go ahead.
I was just letting you know I finally located the 10 count.
Got it. Go ahead, and he deserves it.
All right. Well, R.I.P. to the Black Mamba. That's crazy. We lost 2 Black Mambas this year.
I know, right? That's what I thought of too. That's crazy. Yo, how things over there, by the way, in Jersey getting? My girl's home. They sent her home from work. She's done.
Yeah, no, they got my girl working, a couple days from home, couple days in the hospital. But, listen, they got curfews out here.
Do they? That's what they said's coming over here next.
My son thought he was gonna play some basketball in the park. Cop shut that down. So it's real out here, man. Definitely real.
Crazy. Well, I hope you're safe. I hope everybody listening is safe, and just all be careful.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Robert Hellenius, by the way, nice grab there last minute. That is definitely some news that
I
was
think
good to wake up to.
honestly, I think they just like washing. They're like one hand washes the other, because I reached out before the fight, and we got him on or whatever, and he reached out after the fight. Actually, I did reach out post fight, like, yo, and he was like, let me get a few days to relax, and he just reached back out like, yo, I'm good for today. If you good, I'm like, whatever, let's do it. So, yeah, if you haven't done so already, I guess every episode for the next couple of months, we're going to have to do our little Patreon plug. So we got about 15, 18 minutes before our first guest, which is Coach Calvin Ford and Coach Kenny Ellis. They train Cassius Chaney. They train Gervonta Davis, Lorenzo Truck Simpson, so many others. But, yes. All right. So I want to remind everyone that the show is absolutely free if you call in to 1-425-569-5241 right here on Blog Talk Radio. And you can listen both on their website and on, your phone. Skype is definitely only for Patreons. And days like today, which is a morning show day, it is only for Patreons that are subscribed to everyday shows and above. So like a guy like Steve, who's a ringer, he's cool to be on Skype. He's cool to listen to this show. He gets everything because he's ringer status. Just want to remind everybody about that. Once again, you don't have to pay anything to listen to the show, but just call in 1-425-569-5241. Same line our guests will call to get in. And speaking of guests, like I said, Coach Calvin Ford, Coach Kenny Harris, Coach Mustafa Mickens, and then we'll be having Robert Helenia. So we got a busy day. And you can find all those respected posts to ask those particular guests a question. Like I said yesterday, there's going to be so much content coming out of Patreon, so you got to pay attention. I'm hoping you downloaded your Patreon app. You got your notifications on, because we did send out a article on Roger Mayweather yesterday that Mayweather Promotions put out. And obviously I posted it on Patreon for you guys to read. And so that you can be updated on what was taking place with Roger Mayweather yesterday rather than today waiting for the show. Also, if you were familiar with Instagram, Patreon kind of works the same way. So there's also stories, and you can check the stories. I've updated the stories with all the fights that are canceled. Golden Boy just canceled the Kovalev and Sullivan Barrera. Queensberry Promotions just canceled the Joe Joyce and the Daniel Dubois, and Mayweather Promotions canceled, Mayweather and PBC canceled all their upcoming fights. So once again, pay very close attention to Patreon, as there's going to be multiple updates throughout the week and days. Every day you'll get multiple updates, whether that be like today's particular update is Axe heavyweight Colbein Christons, I don't know. He'll give us the proper pronunciation. He'll be on the show at 9:30 a.m. tomorrow, Thursday morning. He's going to be calling in from Iceland. He trains out of the Krung Gym with Sugar Hill Stewart. So we'll have him on the show as well. We got a very jam-packed Thursday. Let me just tell you. Thursday we'll have, like I said, heavyweight Christensen, and then we'll have heavyweight Tyrone Sponge. Then later on that evening, we'll have Spanish-speaking Thomas Delorme, who has a fight with Jamal James. And then we'll have Sugar Shane Mosley Jr. and Gabriel Flores Jr. I got to put out posts for I think those three. Those are not out, but we'll do that after the morning show. So Patreons obviously will get to ask those particular fighters a question. So obviously we're here to discuss Canelo, Triple G. They've agreed according to the sources, and this is coming from Lance Pugmire, someone I obviously believe and value his work. He's saying that the trilogy's agreed on. Obviously, Canelo still wants Triple G according to Pugmire. But what did you think of this news? How did you receive it?
Well, I received it like this is typical, but real quick, I want to know what Mike, after his intro, thinks about it first.
Oh, I didn't even know he jumped on. I'm sorry. I didn't see that. Let me go to him.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. I can't say it enough. I speak it, believe it.
Windows camp, 2 attempts, handed bands over. Sicko hit, shot and missed, 2 to stand over.
Turn up!
Breadwinner, huh? Look who in the building. Let me check my Instagram. I might be at 1 million.
And I'm in.
BoxingWords.com. Yo. What up? And shout out to everybody out there in the TBV universe. Back with another one, man. And rest in peace, Roger Mayweather, man. 2 black mambas in 1 year. That shit is not right. It is not right, man. My most memorable memory, I was going through some videos last night of just old Roger Mayweather videos. And one that came to mind was the Jab Judah fight when Jab hit Floyd behind the head and Roger got in the ring and really try to go at Zab. So rest in peace, Roger. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, you're at peace now. We know you've been struggling with your health for a little while, so I'm glad that you're finally at peace. But on to this Triple G and Gennady Golovkin. Triple G and Gennady Golovkin. Triple G and Canelo news. I think the venue is the most exciting thing to me. I like the Texas Stadium, you know what I'm saying? I think Jerry Jones Stadium is a great stadium to have a fight, to have any kind of event in. So, yeah, I'm kind of pumped for it. What's going on, everybody?
What up, man? Good to have you back. Real quick, once again, we're going to have our first set of guests, Coach Calvin Ford, Coach Kenny Ellis, at 9:30 in about 10 minutes. Want to give out some shout-outs once this page refreshes. But shout-out, obviously, roll call in the morning to King Nello, a.k.a. Jemmy, Ruin 504, Mr. 704, Carlito in the UK, Israel Weber, Oklahoma with a Duke, Carlito, we said that already, and Intrigue in Atlanta, what's up? Also want to shout out, obviously, the Christian Fight Fan for upgrading to receive every single show every day. Salute to you. Salute to Ghetto Matt, upgraded, and salute to DBX in the UK for upgrading as well. Do we have any others? Let me just double check. But I'll get back to those. Yeah, man, look, I'm excited too. You know I'm a guy that loves to act. Shout out to Castle Hill Gill upgrading as well. Miguel Vasquez signing up. Shout out. Matrell Vabeach signing up. Shout out. Yeah, man. So I'm excited because I want a stadium fight. I'm jealous of the UK. Why do they get to have all the fun and Sweet Caroline and everybody in state? Like, I want that. I always was mad that Pacquiao and Mayweather didn't take advantage of the, obvious opportunity they had to do a stadium fight. But yeah, I'll pass it to you guys with a quick few more shout outs to Dual Ingram. Shout out. Really appreciate your questions on Patreon. So very happy that you've upgraded to the Everyday Show. Shout out to my man Frank in Reno. Going to be signing up to Border Wars as well. Ayn G Mart. Shout out for signing up, or rather upgrading. And PG Darrell. Shout out for upgrading. David Maldonado. Shout out for signing up. We definitely appreciate you guys. Now, look, these are a lot of people that are just upgrading, so I do want to report, it looks like we got 287, so we definitely have gained 4 new signups, so we're well on our way, and we appreciate everyone who does believe in the movement and is willing to support. But, yeah, once again, I'm ready to throw a fight party at the actual stadium because I want a big-time stadium fight. Liam Smith, Canelo, that wasn't it. That wasn't for me. That's why I wasn't there. But these two mix it up. I think that's an appreciation night.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And real quick, going back to it, thank you all for, signing up and upgrading. And we have a lot of content to come. I promise you there's gonna be a lot of great stuff we're working on, and we'll be ready to talk about some things really soon. But
just to interject, there's already tons of content, so please scroll down and you're gonna see tons of stuff that we've already put out in a matter of 24 to 48 hours. So continue to I guess stay updated.
Definitely. I should have said it that way too. But as far as the fight, look, there are so many variables, and here's some questions we got to ask. If this coronavirus, COVID-19, pushes back things so far that we can only get a BJ Saunders fight or a Golovkin fight, it doesn't seem like that's the route they're going to go. It seems like they've negotiated it to where Golovkin and Alvarez wouldn't get their, respective fights before each other. That said, nothing seems concrete at this point. I feel like, because this was broke on The Athletic, but Dan Rafael had a really good article on it, and he let us know a lot. First of all, Ness, it looks like you were right. John Skipper, in an effort to get Canelo to take Triple G, looks like he's going to get paid more. He's going to get paid handsomely more for this fight. So you were right. You called that. And they're also talking about, because they talked about the Caleb Smith situation, him coming in at a certain point and lowering his offer, and then, Saunders coming in, lowering his offer, and Golden Boy signing off, and just how tumultuous the relationship between Canelo and Golden Boy is, that they're in a situation where they can't even get to like talk to each other. It has to all go through a lawyer. And so that's like a really, really bad thing for going forward, because, when it comes to, okay, are we going to stay in September? Are we going to move to October? Are we going to fight Saunders? Are we going to fight Golovkin? It's just going to take that much longer for these two sides to communicate. But, all said and done, I'd rather have Golovkin. It's a bigger fight. Saunders would be a great fight, and I would love to watch it. And I would be super disappointed. I would rather have Saunders if I knew that he was never going to fight him after Golovkin. But I got to pick Golovkin. It's a bigger fight. Like Ness said, that's a fight party. A lot of stuff could go down.
Yeah, man, I'm definitely excited. If there's extra money for Canelo, that means there'll probably be a good undercard. I'm gonna assume when is Ryan scheduled to face Linares? I know it's not official, especially with all of this Corona. Saying September though, right?
They are saying September. Yes, September 9th.
Yeah, because I thought I seen, didn't Lance say that that he still wants to do Billy Joe if he can?
Yes, he absolutely wants to do Billy Joe, and that is the plan.
But do they're
planning on going in June?
Oh, June. So he's
that's not official. It's just that's the date that they're saying that they would move it to and be fine to go by September.
I mean, it's risky, but in a way, it's almost like they're playing to the void, right? Like if you can get a June date approved, you're like one of the first big events when things open back up. So you're bound to get, sold out tickets, because it's like, oh, we're finally off quarantine. I'm going to this. Everybody's trying to get out the house. I don't know. What about you guys? What do you think? No?
Yeah, I absolutely think that it would go that route. I think that it would be huge. It would be just so much bigger. That said, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's reality. I think the reality that we're facing is that we're going to be out for a while. And with the negotiations and all that stuff, that's going to take a while. I don't see him fighting anytime sooner than, September. I'm not just, I don't know. I'm not confident anymore after how fast this thing has gone, how crazy stuff has gotten. I mean, Disney's closing, Foot Locker's closing, like people are home, and some people are home for good and not even getting paid. Like this is just bad. So, they might want to wait. If we come back in June, they should wait for people to get their money back in their wallet, for people to get a few checks under their belt. They need to wait because that would be the most important thing.
Damn, that definitely all makes sense, bro.
I'm with Mario on that, man. I think just the way that the whole shit is going with the coronavirus, we see San Francisco is like on like some kind of lockdown, right? Like they can't even, well, they can if it's like essential, but they're being advised to like stay in the house, you know what I'm saying? And they say the biggest corona outbreak cases are in New York. So, I mean, I think we got a lot of things to do before we start predicting a June date. And like Mario said, man, a lot of things may start to get worse before they get better.
In what sense, bro?
Just the spread of the virus, more people being sick, more people possibly passing away, which I know I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, wish that on anybody, but that's the reality of these kind of viruses, you know what I'm saying? And we've seen that death toll rise every day. So all I'm saying is, man, just I mean, I'm not looking forward to any kind of sporting event, you know what I'm saying, until we see things get better. And that's the NBA, that's boxing, that's probably Major League Baseball, and we'll see how football is affected in the fall.
I watched John Oliver on HBO. It was hilarious because he made the same point as you. He was the guy from The Daily Show with Jon Stewart, the English guy. He's hilarious. But he made kind of the same statement as you, but he made it as a joke. He was like, yeah, the number one sports in in America are canceled. Baseball, basketball, and it's just really devastating. Oh yeah, and hockey too. Oh, not number one. Like he was like, you know what I'm saying, implying that like nobody gives a shit about hockey, which I don't know. I don't give a shit about
we
hockey,
definitely don't care about hockey. But let me see if this is Coach Calvin Ford and Coach Kenny. We got two Baltimore numbers here. Let me double just check one more time. But yeah, they're definitely not on my list. So I'm gonna assume this is both our guys. Good morning. Is this
Good morning.
Coach Kenny?
No, it's Coach Calvin.
Oh, how you doing, Coach Calvin? So it seems like both of you guys are on. I don't know if there'll be some no feedback. So Coach Kenny, is that you?
Yes, I'm here.
Good morning, guys. How are you? First
Can you
and
hear me?
foremost, I hear you perfectly. You guys both sound good. I just want to say thank you first and foremost for taking an opportunity on your way to the gym. I know you guys are busy for this quick interview. I guess we should start with the virus, man. How are you guys holding up? How are you keeping the gym open? Is it open? How is this affecting the both of you?
You want to handle that part, Calvin? Well, it's affected us. It's definitely affected us because we had fights lined up with a couple of our guys that y'all not aware of that we work with. And our gym is with Parks and Recs and whatnot, so you know how that's going when it's something dealing with Parks and Rec. The city of Baltimore, they're going to react according to how the government bring it, the information to them. But we do have another gym that we have out in Lord that we take the guys to and the kids to keep us going, and we've been rotating. Thanks to the weather, it's been nice outside, so we've been taking them running and doing other activities other than boxing because we don't know how long we're going to be down. Kenny made a suggestion yesterday that we go bike ride. So, we just going to keep doing different activities that keep the guys and the kids busy and keep them in shape until they make a decision on what we plan to do and for things to get better in the country.
Before I pass you to my co-host, I just want to ask, has everything that you had scheduled that had an official fight date, has that been postponed, or do you have anything still available deeper in the calendar that hasn't yet been called off?
Well, everything's been postponed. Yeah. Everything. All over the country.
Good morning, Mr. Ford and Mr. What's it, Smith? I'm sorry.
Ellis.
Ellis. My
How you doing?
apologies.
Good morning.
My first question is for Mr. Ford. I want to go back a little bit to Malik Hawkins. There was a lot of buzz about him getting ready to fight Michael Hunter's brother. I'm not sure of his name, but can you just tell me what happened with that fight and why Malik didn't go through with it?
I'm gonna let Kenny answer that call. He had a medical issue. I can't put his business out there, but it was medical, and it's something that happened in the sport sometimes. We had to follow precautions, doctor's precautions, and listen to the doctor. And his health comes first. So that we had to postpone the fight, but the fight will take place sometime this summer.
And not disclosing his health. Is everything all great with him? Is he back on track?
Oh yeah, he's back. He's back training, running. He ran 10 miles Sunday. He's doing good. He's doing real good. He's back.
Coach
Awesome.
Calvin, you train Cassius Chaney, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I just wanted to ask you because I know that he was right there. I'm sure he's one of the guys you were talking about in terms of getting his fight canceled. But when you ramp up like that and you're really close to your fight and your body's ready to go, do you just stop training when you don't have the fight, or because I've always wondered, or do you wind down? Do you maybe go like an extra hard sparring session? What are the procedurals?
Well, my thing is, we had one kid named Cornell. He was actually scheduled to fight, and he hadn't made weight at this particular weight for 2 years, and he actually had got down just before the weigh-in, and they canceled the fight. And right now, I told him to take a few time off, but I did gave him a weight that we want him to be at just in case things would have changed. But, I gave him some time off. Hopefully next week he'll jump back in the gym, to, keep his body fit, because we have different stages of, working out and whatnot. So we want to keep him fit. So when things do clear up or, don't want them to go overboard, because sometimes when a fighter takes too long a time off, it's hard to get them, to get back in shape. It's harder, actually, to get back in shape, to get your body back where it was at.
Coach Kevin Ford, looking at the rumor of the Gervonta and Leo Santa Cruz fight this summer on pay-per-view. What has Gervonta said about Leo Santa Cruz? Like, what kind of challenges does he think Leo Santa Cruz present to him?
Oh, it's a great opportunity for Gervonta. It's, a fighter that throws a lot of punches. It's a name guy, a younger name guy, a name guy that had, made his mark in America, as far as fighting. It's a great opportunity. He's looking forward to it. It's just right now, it's just looking forward to getting back in the ring. So that's like Christmas, So that's the main thing,
There's two things Leo Santa Cruz can't do. He can't stand too tall, and he can't squat down to Tank's level. So he got some serious thinking to do.
So I want to ask both of you, who do you think is the bigger fight, Ryan Garcia or Leo Santa Cruz? Because Ryan Garcia continuously comes out on his social media. Just 24 hours ago, he said, Tank, I want to fight you right now. I don't want to wait. Tank replies and says, chill out, little man. We going to get that fight, just not now. Something like that. But it's like, isn't Ryan way more popular than Leo? Doesn't he have a bigger following? Wouldn't it be a bigger?
No.
That
Leo Santa Cruz is way popular. People that know boxing know that Leo is the man right now. And what he's doing is he's playing a strategic move. He want to be next, so he's putting his name out there now, so they won't look at nobody else after Santa Cruz. It's nothing but it's team planning. It's a smart move for a team, but they want to keep their name in the picture so he can be next. But right now, Santa Cruz is the most popular one. His numbers is higher. He has a better record. He has a better history of the sport. He accomplished more title defenses, and he's a whole man. The other kid he's just a kid.
Santa Cruz
Coach. Is a grown man.
I agree that Leo Santa Cruz is the most accomplished boxer, but don't you think that Ryan Garcia and Tank, they share the same, the youth, the kids, people, social media, like they share that same, I guess, following?
This Coach Calvin, that's why I was trying to cut Kenny off. Ryan Garcia's numbers are larger than
exactly
Santa Cruz on social media. It is, without a question. His numbers are way higher than Santa Cruz on social media. Y'all are right about that.
Social media,
but again,
social media is
that
not
fight.
Social media.
That fight. It has been talked about, but again, the people in power will make that decision on when that fight is going to happen. Right now, we're focusing on Santa Cruz because that's the list that's on our table right now. Once we see that name come across, Santa Cruz. Ryan is doing everything. We got the same problem out of Gary. When it happens, we're gonna make it happen. We don't duck no wreck. But right now, we just worrying about just getting back in the ring as soon as they clear for any one of us to get in the ring to actually do what we do. But it did have a schedule. Tank did have a schedule for Leo Santa Cruz, so we just waiting for that to clear.
Let me ask you real quick. How long would you need? Like, let's say all the gyms are shut down and there's no way that you can go through a training camp. What would you feel like is the most comfortable time for him to come in cold turkey and make it by June? I mean, we're not talking about an 8-week fight camp or 10-week fight camp at that point. I mean, this is somebody who, might have only been able to run, if that, throughout that time. How much time would you want for him to get prepared?
we always use 10 weeks. We always stay on that notion of 10 weeks. We actually working now. You know, I'm not going to let us change what we do and whatnot. Unless it get real serious that they confining everybody in, that it's getting worse. So it's based on what society tells us as far as what's going on, because we all speculating and guessing and only trying to get the right information and whatnot. Cause I'm hearing that it's staying in the air for 3 hours now, you know, if somebody do got it. So you know, just trying to stay healthy and try to stay smart and wait till it clear.
I want to ask both of you guys. Yesterday we had a legend in the sport that passed away. I just want to get both of you guys' reaction to the death of Roger Mayweather, and what was your most fun memory of Roger?
It was sad. It was very sad. I mean, I've been following Roger since the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s. The most fond memory of was when he was underestimated against Pazienza, and he upset Pazienza. That was my favorite fight with him. Well, I wouldn't say upset him, but he beat him.
For me, it's the time I spent. For me, it was the time I spent with Roger and Floyd in the gym, watching him working and interacting with people and whatnot. I was trying to find a picture that I took with him when Tank first signed with Floyd. When we spent there, we was in camp down there with Floyd to getting ready for a fight, and I used to just sit back and watch him. He ain't say too much, you know. He just did his thing in the gym, you know. Just watching him work and seeing him do what he do with the kids in the gym with people and whatnot, you know. So it was like an honor just to have some time with him and watching him.
He actually came in 2012. He came to my house at 12 o'clock at night with a mutual friend. I had a phone call and the friend said, "Come to the door. I got a surprise for you." When I went outside, it was him and Roger Mayweather. I mean, I remember that for the rest of my life because he took the time to come to Baltimore, you know?
Wow. That's a great story. Yeah, he's definitely a legend. He will be missed. Coach Calvin and Coach Kenny, I'm asking you both this question. Coach Calvin, if you want to answer it first. We've recently had a number of trainers on, and Buddy McGirt, I think, was one of them for sure. And I can't remember who else said this, but we've been talking about film. They had brought up the fact, Buddy McGirt had brought up the fact that he doesn't watch film on his fighters' opponents. He doesn't watch film. Some coaches say they do, but I just kind of wanted to get your take on it. How familiar are you with how many people watch film and don't watch film? I mean, is it not as common as we think?
Well, man, Kenny is the film guy. I watch it, but I have a thing about watching film all the time because I've been seeing in the past, fighters been doing different stuff when you watch them on but I will watch it when I'm in the gym, you know, cleaning up or getting some things done. I will watch opponent and see what he's doing. Then I would go back and watch, but I let Kenny normally take care of watching the film. And so when I see something, Kenny will talk about it. And if I remember seeing it, I think, okay. But I basically let Kenny take care of that, watching the film.
A lot of trainers say they don't watch tapes, but behind the scene they do watch it. And what Coach Calvin Ford is talking about, he's talking about, for example, the Wilder and Fury fight. The first time Fury used the whole ring, he boxed and he, utilized the whole ring. But this time, Wilder and them thought he was going to do the same thing, but he came in a few pounds heavier and he pressed the fight. So if they studied for Wilder, they studied for Fury to move around the ring, but Fury put the game plan up and threw Wilder's camp off.
That's a great example.
And that's how. That's exactly what Calvin is talking about. But when I study tapes, I look for the fighter's mistake because they're going to make that mistake they've been making their whole career. You just got to capitalize when you see it. You got to capitalize on it. Even though they switched the game plan up, that they still make that mistake that they brought from the amateurs. Some fighters bring the same mistake that they've been doing since they was in the amateurs all the way through the pros. This is something that they do. Most fighters do, but you have to see it. You have to see it and capitalize on it.
You guys brought it up. Wilder Fury. I gotta ask you guys: do you give any credence to this glove controversy that's going on?
I don't think it was tampered with, because the commissioner would have seen it. The commissioners check the gloves. There's no way you're gonna pull your fist down to where the tape is without the commissioner seeing it.
Hey, Coach Kenny. Coach Kenny. So let me ask you. How did Margarito and his trainer get past the commission? It was Brother Nazim that said, hold up. Take that shit off.
Wait, because now that was a different situation. It was
It was only different in the Gauls, but it wasn't different that the commission approved it. They signed off. He made them cut it off.
But let me say something. It's not the commissioner that get passed. It's the ones who spectate the gloves in the back room. A lot of them guys don't even know what they're doing. But because I've seen it in the past where guys that did some things that the inspectors didn't see. But, I stay in my lane. I'm like, wow, they didn't see that. And me and Calvin sit back. We laugh at some things, but it's not the commission that
it's a lot of stuff that goes on in boxing. Sometimes the commission don't know, but the coaches do. Right. So you got to have a good coach that understands what's going on to catch these things.
Right. The inspectors don't see it. It's not the commission. The inspectors in the back room don't see it because they don't know what they're looking at.
Yep. But the coaches do. All the coaches that really put that work on. The coaches know. They catch it. If you got a good coach to catch certain things, and it comes from experience.
Exactly.
Listen.
I ain't really get a direct answer from you though. Coach Kenny told me how he felt.
For me, as far as the fight, Wilder lost that fight. He did something different. The whole fight game was different. He didn't come up with the same game. I don't know. Something wasn't clicking with Wilder that day. He didn't look like
what it was. What it was. They studied the tape. They looked at all of Fury's fight, the last fight with Wilder, how he run around the ring, he do all his boxing stuff.
That's true.
And at the last moment, when they got in the ring, Fury switched it up. He went forward. He didn't use the ring.
Yeah, he came forward this fight. He definitely did.
He laid on him. He laid on him with his extra weight. And that's what did it. That's what did it. It broke him down. They didn't train for that. They trained for something else.
Yeah. That definitely did happen. The way we looked at it, we watched it unfold.
Man, I will never consider myself an expert at boxing. I mean, you guys, that was well said. I will say, though, it does kind of sound like you made a good point for the people that believe the glove conspiracy. If you're saying that there are so many people back there that don't know what they're doing. But the fact that you say that it is the coach's job to make sure that he knows the up and up.
Yeah, it happens. We say it in all types of forms. Me and Kitty will sit back and laugh and say, "Yo, they got away with that one."
And you got to remember, technology can make film do anything.
Yeah.
You looking at this? Everybody's looking at this film with Wilder's glove flipping, flapping. Technology can make your feet flip flap. You know what I mean? Make your head flip flop.
Oh man! So now you're saying it was altered?
It could have been, but. If you watch it, you can go back and watch his sparring sessions. He flips his gloves a lot. But
he do. I can't deny that. I can't deny that. He does. But listen, we're pressed for time. I know you guys got to open up the gym at 10. I got a few questions from the people. I want to start with Coach Kenny. We got some specifically for you. First one is coming from the landlord in the 713. He says, will we see Tank versus Ryan this year?
I got to answer that. Most definitely, Kenny. Most definitely that's going to happen. Based on what's going to happen with this with this situation that's going on. That's what it's really based on, because it's pushing everything
Exactly.
back, and that has a big factor. Everything is being pushed back that they had on schedule, so we don't know how it's going to go. So he's right. We don't know. It's, to my understanding, was going to be scheduled, way talks was going. You with me? After certain situations, but the way it looks now, we don't know. We really don't know.
In your personal opinion, does that fight happen on Dazn or is it a pay-per-view?
I couldn't answer that. I'm not the person in charge of that era right there. I just see when they tell me who we are fighting, that's what we get ready for.
That's too much politics. Going back to Coach Kenny, we got another one from Canna who says, can you name something Tank may have done in a fight or training genuinely surprised you or shocked you? Something that Tank might have done in a fight that genuinely surprised or shocked you.
Tank is
Not me, Kenny.
so creative. He's so creative in the ring. Nothing surprises me or shocks me. He can invent a punch in a split second. That's how crafty Tank is. So nothing surprises me, man. He's going to find a way to beat you. So
yeah.
Nothing
if y'all listen to some of my interviews, Tank is older than what his age is in the ring. So when I look at it, sometimes I look forward to see what he's going to do next.
You were about to say you were surprised about something, Coach Calvin. What were you about? Were you about to say surprised about?
No. I'm not surprised with anything that Tank. Tank been doing this for so long. You know how when Michael Jordan used to get to the fourth quarter, and everybody just waiting to see what he's ready to do or what's going to happen, how he play defense, how he play offense. That's how Tank is in the ring. I'm waiting for what he's ready to pull out. Yeah. Huh?
Them some high standards.
You just got to know your guy. You got to know your guy. And like I sit there and said, nobody didn't bring the best out of him yet. I'm just keeping it real.
All right, Coach Kenny, we got another one from English Pros who says, how far up the divisions do you think Tank can carry his power?
Well, I've seen Tank not KO people from heavyweight, from 126 all the way up to heavyweight. So Tank can go, in actuality, he can go up to middleweight, in due time, just like Roberto Duran did. Roberto Duran turned pro at 125. He went all the way to middleweight. Tank could do the same thing if he chooses to.
All right. We got another one here from Stonebone Boxing in Colorado who says, good morning, Coach. Congratulations on your daughter going pro. It was great seeing her teammates.
Thank you.
It was great seeing her teammates amped up to watch her pro debut. My question is, what weight class will Killer B campaign, and when can we expect her back in the ring?
She will be campaigning at 130 pounds. And hopefully she'll be back in the ring on the Gervonta Davis Santa Cruz undercard.
All right, we got one more coming from New Orleans, J. Mack. Did Tyson Fury glove look suspect, and did Canelo eat the meat, or did he cheat? So you answered the Tyson Fury. Don't waste your time on that. Do you believe Canelo cheated, or do you believe it was him eating some tainted meat?
Oh, man. That's hard because I don't want to answer that one. I don't want to put the man out. I don't want to say the man.
No problem.
It's really hard, man.
No problem. These fight fans trying to put you in an awkward situation. Thank you, Jay from New Orleans. We're going out to Adam, who says, I believe the big punchers are able to do what they do through timing and technique, not muscle or physique. Do you believe that? Can you turn a points machine boxer into a knockout artist through improving their technique and timing? The UK sending all our love. Stay well. That's for Coach Kenny. Basically, can you turn a technical boxer into a puncher?
You can make him punch harder. I won't say he'll become a bigger puncher, but it's a technique that I use in the gym that make a fighter punch harder. I can't just say what it is because it's for our team, but yes, you can make a fighter punch harder.
All right, we got your last one is from George John. How difficult is it to keep Tank grounded and away from any troubles?
I'll let Coach Calvin answer that one.
Hot potato.
Right now at this point, right there in this point in his life, he's still growing to different thinking. He's experiencing different stuff and whatnot, But when he at home and around the right people, he's good, That's all it is right now. But last time talking to him, he understands certain things and whatnot. I look at some of the kids that's coming up. Everybody go through situations to learn from their experience, And I always remind Tank that he's not little Tank anymore. He's on a different level. So, the best to come, So that's how I look at it. Everybody have their life experience coming up.
All right, Coach Calvin, these are for you. I know you guys pressed the time so you can fly through these as quick as possible. We got Bo in Alabama that says, I love the energy you have when you're on your Instagram at the gym and at the fights. Who is your favorite rapper right now? I see you listen to a lot of Lil Baby, and Lil Baby mentioned Tank on his album too.
Yeah, Baby and Roddy Ricch. They the two I've been cranking. But my real favorite, listen to Jay-Z. I like listening to Jay-Z. He be dropping jewels all the time.
Exactly.
The guys be missing something.
Tell them these young boys don't know nothing about Jay-Z, Calvin.
No, they got if a lot of these guys listen to Jay and how he talking, man, and see what he did in his life, it'll change a lot of Black African of how they should start thinking. That's how I'm carrying that on that. But when I listen to Jay, he be dropping it, boy. He be telling them how they should do it.
Hey, Coach, do yourself a favor and check out that Jay Electronica album whenever you get a chance. Jay-Z's on half of it.
That's the wrong Jay though, bro. We talking Jay-Z. We talking about Hova, man.
No, Jay-Z is on almost every song.
Nah, I hear you.
On Jay Electrica's album.
Killing too.
All right, we got another one from Oklahoma. Israel Weber says, thanks for coming on The Boxing Voice. How's it feel to be portrayed in what most intelligent people consider to be the best television series of all time?
The Wire, man, we was giving up some truth in that, man. It did a lot. It did a lot for the community. It did a lot for the kids that was coming up that came up with Tank and whatnot. It felt it good. It felt it good that, a lot of people didn't like it, but the writer was just, when he was investigating us, he was just writing what he actually encountered in the city and whatnot. So it sometimes when I reflect back on it and look at it and whatnot, I sit there and say, dang, he really told a lot of stuff, experience that he went through, and put it in the film.
All right, we got another one coming back. Basically, kind of the same topic. Kana says, "Coach, I'm a huge Wire fan. How much of your story was accurate on the show?"
A lot was accurate, but they switched the character around. I was never a sticked up boy. I was actually a money guy. I like to make. I love making money when I was young. So a lot of the stories they switched the characters around. They switched a lot of the characters around because I can't talk about some of the stories, but they switched a lot of the characters around. And some of the crews that was living here in Baltimore, they switched a lot of them. They gave them. What he did was he gave different crews different roles where you couldn't understand. You had to knew what was going on to know who they was talking about when he was putting it in the film. You had to actually knew what was going on to understand it. But if you did, a lot of people when the Why You Did came on in the city, a lot of people went home and watched because they was it was what he was going to tell in the movie. I mean, in the show. I don't even know why they didn't get a Grammy for The Wire. The Wire was a good show to watch.
Definitely was. Listen, Coach, I got a few more, but my next interview with Mustafa Mickens, coach out of Atlanta, we need to give him his proper time. So I want to thank the both of you guys for coming on.
Good bruh.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for having us on, man. We appreciate it.
No, man, we're gonna
I
definitely
love
do it
coming
again,
on here.
man. Gonna definitely link back
Yeah.
up and do it again as soon as any one of you guys, get something scheduled. We're definitely in touch with Wendy. Want to thank Wendy as well, Coach Kenny. Thank you, Coach Calvin
Yes.
Ford. If you both can and
Thank you.
want, please give out any social media.
Coach
Coach
Calvin
Kenny
Ford
out.
on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Coach Kenny out all social media.
All right, guys.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah, man, I'm very interested in interviewing Mustafa Mickens. It will be my first time, which is crazy because I feel like it's crazy now because of that, right? Like that's two more coaches that know him. The minute I started saying I'm going to interview him, everybody knows him, and it's like, damn, why don't I know him? I got to find out who's he trained. Only guy I know that he's training is the new heavyweight, Dakari. I believe his last name is Scott, right? Dakari Scott, Mack Truck. So, but a lot of people speak very highly of him. We've interviewed a few guys that spoke highly of him. So I just want to see what's up with him. And he even got a lot of questions. You know, we put out a Patreon post. So if you want to get your questions into Mustafa Mickens, you can do so. We should be getting them on in a few minutes here. I'm actually going to cut out and get him and put him on this show. But what did you guys think of our two first guests?
Always amazing how, like when I first started, you know what I'm saying, I first interviewed Coach Calvin, those Wild questions, you know what I'm saying, I had to ask him about the Wild because I was a big Wild fan. And just amazing how that show, you know what I'm saying, just can put the spotlight on somebody that I really didn't know much about before boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know Coach Calvin was Cuddy until I started doing my research and seeing things like that. So just amazing how everybody kind of gets that correlation.
You know, I think it's been a while since an African-American trainer had this many hot fighters. I want to say maybe Virgil Hunter, but Virgil had a lot of rebuilding fighters. Like when he was hot, he had Ward, but then he was rebuilding Peter. He was rebuilding Berto. He was rebuilding Khan. You know, he just had like everybody was getting rebuilt. Where Calvin has, Calvin and Kenny, Kenny even has his daughter. They have Lorenzo Truck Simpson. They obviously have Tank. I think they work with, is it Damon Nicholson? Is it Nicholson? Who we just had him on the show not too long ago. Let me look.
Cassius Chaney.
Cassius Chaney, another one.
Iceman. Malik Hawkins.
Yeah, I believe it's Damon Nicholson they might work with as well. So yeah, man, they got a lot of and it's one more, Warren. Remember he's like 2-0.
Oh wow, I picked him out. She won. You talking
No,
about?
no. I think it's
Warren.
Malik Warren, and they got Malik Hawkins. Let me double check though. I believe so.
Man, all I'll say is that wow, that level of intelligence, boxing intelligence, was just crazy. You know what I mean? For the way that they broke down the glove and talking about that stuff, which was definitely interesting to hear them go through, and then to talk about video. Look. I was trying to wrap my head around, like, I understand the idea of watching too much film, but I was trying to wrap my idea around the idea of watching 3 rounds and knowing the rest of the fight, the way that a fighter's going to fight. I've seen guys change levels. I've seen guys adjust. So that never like made sense to me. But then for them to break it down the way they said about Wilder watching film on Fury in the first fight and then coming out expecting that same Fury and not really getting him, I mean, that was just like a perfect analogy. And so those guys are just, I mean, upper level, elite, like, you know what I mean? Like a level of IQ you just don't get to in boxing.
I told Wilder all that, man. When I was in camp, I told him, I said, Champ, are you guys doing anything for the clinching? Because he leaned on you a lot in that last fight, took a lot of your energy. He clinched a lot. Man, we ain't worried about that. I'm like, all right. You know what I'm saying? I asked, do you believe he gonna knock you out? He believed he had pillow fists, man. So, it is what it is. It's gonna take. It took this for him to, realize what's going on, and they're gonna have to change the game plan for everything now. I don't like that people think he shouldn't have came in at 230. He's still very, very agile. So I got in touch with Mustafa Mickens. He should be calling in a few seconds. We're just waiting on him, but very excited to get him. Like I said, so many people speak highly of him, and just really interested in what his plans are for Dakari Scott, this American heavyweight, who's very, very confident. And I'm excited to see. I'm sad that his fight got canceled too, man. I want to see these guys, man. They're really making a name for themselves, So
I was looking at a list yesterday of all the fights that were canceled. I was just like, good gracious,
crazy.
Everything is canceled. Everything. Man. I don't know if you were on, but I said the Dubois is canceled too, bro.
I know.
Everything. Mayweather and PBC's canceled. I just got the email for that like a day ago. But yeah, man, I guess while we wait for Mustafa Mickens, let's talk about my girlfriend, Sean Cruz, getting her WBO belt back.
Yes.
I'm so mad at WBC. I love them. You guys know I go to the convention. Mauricio's my man, but like he's dropping the ball with letting the WBO reinstate Franchon before the WBC, bro. Like, it just shows that clear Mexican bias to Alejandra Jimenez right there. And, look, he took his time with Dillian, so, the argument could be made that there isn't any ethnicity bias or nationality bias, but, I mean, do we really believe that? Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say is hopefully this is what puts pressure on them because this was the right call. And in case you're unfamiliar, she lost to Alejandra Jimenez. Is that her last name, right? Yeah.
Correct.
And, and Alejandra ended up popping dirty for, I don't remember what it was. But, yeah, and so this is just – it's great news. And we had her on and, she was just so open and honest with us. And you could tell that, it hurt. It hurt her. Not just that somebody cheated in that fight, but that nobody was acknowledging it and that nobody was willing to go to bat for her or give her a word. And you can tell that weighed so heavy on her heart and on her head. And you just couldn't.
But did they overturn the decision or just reinstate her? Because they need to turn that shit into a no contest or something.
I thought that already happened.
Hold on a minute. We got Mustafa Mickens on the line. Shout out Coach Kenny. Still waiting for Mustafa Mickens' interview. So Coach Kenny Ellis stuck around. Mustafa Mickens, man, good morning. Very happy that you had the opportunity to give us some time to talk to you. How are you?
How you doing?
We're good, brother.
I'm good. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. Just want to say thank you for coming on the program and talking some boxing with us. We've been interviewing quite a few people. We interviewed your heavyweight, Dakari Scott, and while
Mac Truck,
exactly. While interviewing him and others, everyone speaks so highly of you, man. So I had to get you on not only because of Mac Truck, but just because of how many people speak so highly of you. So I just wanted to, get your story. Can you tell us how you began in a life of boxing?
Man, I began, man, a million years ago, man. My father and my uncle, they fought as pros. My uncle actually fought Major Taylor in '87. So I'm from New York. I'm born in New York. But so they started me off boxing, from birth, basically. And my mother and father divorced. I moved to South Carolina. Had maybe 40, 50 fights as an amateur. And then started running the streets to get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And I ended up doing 9 years in prison. When I got out, I still had to, you know what I'm saying? I still love boxing. Still had the past. I still study and watch boxing every day. So just got in the gym, man, and then fell in love with coaching again. And started from there, man. Took off, you know.
So before I pass you to my co-host, can you tell me how you, I guess, met Mac Truck?
I met Mac Truck one day in the gym called Granite City here in Atlanta. And real good gym, thorough gym, a lot of good fighters. And I saw Mac one day sparring. And Mac was getting, you know what I'm saying? They was getting off on Mac, but Mac wouldn't quit. I love that about him, you know what I'm saying? Mac, I saw the dedication, the heart in him. And I always felt like, man, if I get this dude, you know what I'm saying? We can do something. I saw it in him. But I ain't stepped to him because you don't do that to another fighter, you know what I'm saying? So later on, I ended up linking him at another gym. He asked me to train him, and I was like, hell yeah, I always wanted to train him, you know what I'm saying? And so that's how we started, man. We like father and son, man. Real tight. That's my boy right there.
Nah, man, he definitely speaks highly of you, and you can tell that he has a lot of love and admiration for you. I'm gonna introduce you to my co-hosts, Mario Munguia and Michael Gross in Indiana.
Hey, Coach Mustafa.
How y'all doing?
I just wanted to ask you, as far as your approach in training fighters, do you have like a more hard-nosed, disciplined style, or are you more that father type, the type that's going to pull you aside and try to connect in that kind of way? Because that's the kind of relationships it seems like you have with your fighters.
Yeah, the father type, like a father or big brother. Like, I got love for you, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing this to help you achieve your goals, you know what I'm saying? Be the best you could be, you know. I ain't trying to make you do nothing.
I'm sorry. And was that how your father and your uncles trained you?
Nah. They was on me. It was like, they were different. But so I kind of see, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of the difference. You know what I'm saying? They weren't wrong on them, but you know what I'm saying. I just try to, do a little bit different approach. I feel like it'll probably make it a little better. You know what I'm saying?
Good morning, Coach. Hopefully everything's going good with you. I'm gonna ask you, like
hey,
I
good morning, brother.
Truck last week when we interviewed him. Do you think being 5'10" in the heavyweight division is going to be a detriment to him or not?
Nah, it'll be a plus. It'll be a plus, big plus.
How so? Like, break it down for me. How? Because at this day and age, these guys are like 6'7".
I'll give you the scenario. Right now, Mac Truck 21 years old, right? So for the next 4 or 5 years, that's all he's gonna be studying for, sparring for, fighting against. You know what I'm saying? He's got a lot of experience fighting big people. Those big guys ain't gonna see many guys that's 5'10". So when they get there, it's gonna be a big. You know what I'm saying? For them, they're not used to it. But he gonna be used to that. Yeah, they big, but it's ways to neutralize that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Recently, let me get your take on this. Recently, there's been talks about dropping the cruiserweight division and making everything from light heavyweight up heavyweight, and then at around 220, 225, creating a super heavyweight division. What are your takes on that, with the state of the heavyweight division and really the state of sports in general, getting bigger?
Nah, I don't think they should do that. Sometimes bigger is not always better. A guy like Wilder could make under 220 easily, you know what I'm saying? But that don't mean he's heavy tip of the world. He can knock out a guy 300, you know what I'm saying? Holyfield was from coming up the ranks 211, 208, 209. Was beating big guys. Mike Tyson too. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think they should do that. Keep it the way it is. It's fine. Bigger does not always mean better. You listen to Josh Rooney fought Ruiz. In the second fight, he lost weight. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew that weight affected him negatively in that fight.
Now, you said one of the reasons you wanted to train Mac Truck was because of his toughness. Outside of his toughness, what other attributes did you see like, hey, man, I really, really, really think I can do something with him?
Oh, man. Mac got it, man. Mac got it, brother. He got good defense, good head movement. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Matt can box good. He don't have to brawl with nobody. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like he got style. He reminded me of the older school fighters. You know what I'm saying? The Joe Frazier, Dwight Muhammad, Kawhi, David Tua, short guys, but they wasn't real muscular, real tight. They real loose. They still can move and bang. You know what I'm saying? So that when I saw it, I'm like, man, yo, we work every day, head movement, the same old thing, man. He remind me of he's a really throwback fighter. He got a throwback style, and that's how we teach. That's how I teach him.
Now, Coach, obviously he's a heavy-set guy, man. To be short, you got to have an engine to be short. So, I mean, how is that weight going to affect him negatively, if at all?
That's the only negative. The only negative is building that engine. Once that engine comes, that's going to take over. That's it. Once as strong as more the engine gets stronger, it's over. He's gonna get inside. That ain't no problem. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to. He knows from knowledge wise, from strategy, tactics. He knows how to go at those big guys. The thing is, can he do that till they break down? Can he do that 12 rounds? You know what I'm saying? Without him fading, because that's going to be the thing. You know what I'm saying? Even Mike Tyson, it was what it was. He could do the peekaboo for so long. But those big guys can weather that, lean on them, weigh on them. They're going to beat Tyson all day. That's the thing, the conditioning. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Perfect. Great question.
I'm going to ask, what are you doing to make sure that he has that engine 5-6 years down the road when he gets his shot?
Oh, Mac train hard. He's a hard trainer. You know what I'm saying? He's a hard worker. We do that part. But you know, it has to be increased. You know, step by step, month by month. You want to be able to run faster. You want to be run sprints faster. More push-ups, more squats, more burpees. You know what I'm saying? More bag work. All you can do is just go to the extreme with it. You know what I'm saying? Go to the extreme with it, man. You push hard, man. That's all you can do. Go to mountains and run them, like basically like a Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? You don't see him fade too much.
Nah, he definitely doesn't fade. So, Coach, how is it? I mean, I'm assuming it's tough. You guys are in Georgia, you're in Atlanta. He's a heavyweight.
Yeah.
It's difficult to get that sparring, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's really one guy, man. This young, good, hell of a guy named Najee Lopez, and he's a top guy too. He's pretty the only regular work we can get from Mac Truck here, and one of my real goals are, you know, getting him out there. You know what I'm saying? Getting him around the country, man, to get that work. You know, he needs it. That's one thing. That's one other thing he's lacking. You know, we gotta get good sparring for him. Work with his IQ, his ring generalship. You know what I'm saying? Experience, stuff like that.
So just speak a little bit about those difficulties, because I know Mac Truck let us know, you know, that the city band together and got him to the Olympic trials and things like that. So, but talk to me about your difficulties in taking them places. Like, you know, how difficult is it going to be for you to, you know, get him in a car and drive to Philadelphia or to Baltimore to train with Calvin Ford's heavyweight Cassius Chaney?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, really, that ain't going to be hard for me. You know, I just had gotten a new gym, so I've been for the first few months just trying to get, you know, everything situated here, whatever like that. But I got some help in the gym now. So me and Calvin spoke a couple times, matter of fact, and he got 4 guys up there. And, you know, there's guys in Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? D.C. got a couple of guys. In the next month, we're going to be doing that, man. As soon as Corona stuff clear up, it's on. You know what I'm saying? Toledo got a couple of heavyweights out there. Yeah, we gonna, man, anywhere we can get it, we can afford to get there, handle our business, we there. That's what we do, what we got to do.
All right, so
definitely.
Talk to me a little bit about his managerial and promotional side. Like, are you handling everything?
Yeah, right now I'm doing all. I'm gonna be his manager. You know what I'm saying? And I got a couple calls or whatever like that, or promoters or whatever, people looking at them. But we just gonna take it easy right now and try to get. You know what I'm saying? I know what Mac is. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I've had called people. I know people look at it like man, that guy's too small. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool. They don't have to. They can look at it like that. You know, it's just more of a challenge. And maybe we're gonna show them. You know what I'm saying? That height don't mean nothing. Put it like that, because he ain't little. He just short. You know what I'm saying? If you look at a picture of Joe Frazier and Mack Truck, Mack clearly bigger than Joe Frazier. You know what I'm saying? A picture of David Tua and Mack Truck. At the same age, Mack was way bigger than David Tua is. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
By the time he gets 25, 30, he's going to be a much bigger, fuller person. You know what I'm saying? He's 21.
Now, obviously, being short and heavy set, you want to hope he's got power, especially with a name like Mack Truck. You better be punching like a truck, you know what I mean? So, how is it, man? Does he have that power?
He got no wilder power, but he got power to hurt people for sure. Yeah. When he do what he does well, get in there, hit them hard counters. Yeah, he hurt. That size ain't gonna mean that. They going down. He gonna break them down. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
No doubt about that. He gonna break them down.
I kind of want to change gears for a second. Outside of Mack Truck, who do you enjoy watching when they are about to box? Like who is a guy that you have to tune in for?
My guys or guys on TV or whatever like that.
Guys on TV or whatever.
Man, current guys, man. I like Fury. Like, I'm telling you, man. Fury does so many things that are like fundamentally correct. You know what I'm saying? Head position, hand position, head off the line. Good agility, good movement. I like who's who I really like? Canelo. I like Canelo a lot. Canelo does his thing. You know what I'm saying? Good counter punch. I like defense.
Coach, let me interrupt. Coach. Let me interrupt. Who's your pound for pound number one?
Talk to.
I don't believe in pound for pound. I don't believe in pound for pound, but I'm just asking.
That's tough. I don't know. I can't say. It's my top guys will probably be Canelo and Terrence Crawford.
I'm glad you put it in the proper order it deserves, you know what I mean? With Canelo being so highly accomplished and just has so many accolades. He's done so much. Sometimes I feel like it's disrespectful that they got guys like Lomachenko ahead of him on some of these pound for pound lists. That's why I don't even acknowledge pound for pound lists, but I like to ask the question anyway.
Yeah. I mean, Lomachenko is good and he's up there, but you have to give credit to, you know what I'm saying, what Canelo's done, what Terrence Crawford has done, you know what I'm saying? And he want all the smoke. But you gotta, and I actually think Errol may beat him, but still, until that happens, you gotta give Bud the, you know what I'm saying?
Wait. You can't just come on the live radio and say that you think Earl might be Bud and not tell us why. Come on.
I said he might.
I know.
It's a damn good fight. You know what I'm saying? Errol can go.
Yes, he can.
Bud can go too.
The question is, as a trainer, let me ask you. As a trainer, are you more worried that Bud might not be a natural welterweight the way that Earl is because Bud started his career at 130 or 135? Or do you think at this time, Terrence is 32 years old. He's a grown man. He's a full-blown welterweight.
He's full-blown, but Errol is bigger. Errol is bigger and stronger. But Terrence is full-blown. He can handle himself in there. Yeah. Good. As far as size-wise, he going to be all right. That's a real good fight, man. Those are the type of fights that, make boxing great. You know what I'm saying? That, either guy really can win. I don't care if you like Bud, right? There's no way you can say he going to trash Errol. You know what I'm saying? Even if you really like Earl, there's no way you can believe he's gonna trash Bud. That's a real. I can argue for both guys winning. You know what I'm saying? That's a real good fight, and that's what makes boxing like with Fury Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Second fight, that was it. You know what I'm saying? That was a Lennon versus Tommy Hearns type fight. That was two guys at the prime of their career. You know what I'm saying? Getting it in, any guy can win. A few things going to change the outcome. That's it.
Now, you said Fury is one of your top guys to watch. Were you surprised about what he was able to do in the second fight?
I promise you guys, man. I can show you messages, man. I called it, man. I called it. Fury's gonna stop Wilder. I wasn't surprised, man. He caught Wilder off. Wilder didn't believe Fury was gonna do that. He didn't believe it. But Fury knew from
Coach,
the first fight,
that's it. This interview's over. How dare you? Nah, I'm messing with you.
I knew it, Chip. I knew it. I saw it happening.
Oh man. Yeah, I didn't
He
see
shocked
that
him,
happening,
man. He shocked him.
Look, I didn't see that happening.
Yeah.
I always said that was going to be Wilder's toughest fight, and then after watching the first fight, I knew it was his toughest fight, but damn, I never thought Fury would knock him out.
In the rematch, Wilder might catch him too now. But when Fury was saying how he gonna walk Wilder down, go forward, Wilder didn't believe him like that. But Fury learned from the first fight that you cannot outbox Deontay Wilder. He's supernatural, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna catch you. I don't care who you are. And when he catch you, it lights out. So you better catch him first. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way. Or don't get in the ring with him, because he gonna get you. And that's what I believe caught Wilder off guard, is that, you know, Fury did it. Fury actually, like, you know, it's a scary man as a dangerous man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fury know that I can't play with him. Wilder gonna knock me out. The first fight he did, and knocked him out. And that how he got up like that, like he was out. So he knew I'm gonna jump on him first. I'm gonna get him before he get me. And they caught Wilder off guard. Yep.
So Coach, do you train anybody else? You got your eyes on anybody else? What, is it just you and Mac Truck, and you devoting everything to him?
It's me and Mac, as far as that's up, right now. But I got some amateurs, man, and they pushing. You know, I got a couple pro fighters. I got my guy Hot Rod, Maybach Hot. You know, he doing his thing. He grinding hard. And I got a few amateurs, man, that you know, they show enough, man. They grinding hard. When their time come, they're gonna be. I don't like pushing guys, because I want them to get there, and when they get there, mean something. You know what I'm saying? Be relevant. Be competitive with anybody. Not, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Just rush in, go do it, and be. You know what I'm saying? Be a not so good fighter and get hurt. You know what I'm saying? But so I got a couple amateurs, man. I got a 152 amateur, man, 19 years old, man. If this guy can get it together as far as scheduling and focusing, he gonna be a monster at 47.
Listen, Coach, I got a few
questions. A real monster.
I got a few questions specifically for you from the people. We're going out to
okay.
We're going out to Coyote. He says Deontay Wilder came out and said if he retired right now, he's a Hall of Famer. Do you think Deontay Wilder is a Hall of Famer right now?
Borderline, maybe, but maybe not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but he might get in there, because we had about 4 or 5 years straight.
Yeah, he got them 10 defenses for like 5 years. We got another one from New Orleans. Max says, who wins Terrence Crawford versus Earl Spence at their best? But you've already answered that.
Yeah, I don't know, 50-50.
Whoa, you changing your answer now, Coach? Come on, man.
Well, no, what I'm saying, I believe Earl can win.
Come on, man.
I wouldn't be surprised if Terrence won either.
But you believe in Earl. But you lean in Earl, though. We got to be clear.
I believe in Earl. Yeah. I'm leaning to Earl. Yeah, 100%.
All right, we got another one from the Prince of Power, who says, hey, Coach, what did you think of Tyson Fury's glove? Did it look funny?
No.
You ain't see that video running around?
I saw the videos, but I believe he just slapped with the hook. You know what I'm saying? I believe Fury beat Wilder fair and square, brother.
We got Ambrose in Texas who says, you're one of my favorite trainers to watch on Instagram. Have you ever thought about creating an online tutorial program for people like me who wish they had a way to learn who wish they had a way from learning from you. I guess he meant to say a way to learn from you. Much respect, sir. Keep up the awesome work. So do you have a YouTube channel other than your Instagram where you maybe do tutorials?
Nah, I don't really, but I've been thinking about it. Maybe if they shut the city down with this Corona thing, I have time in the house, man. I'll probably put something together. I've been thinking about it for a while, though. I'll be real busy, though, man. I got a lot going on right now. But if we shut down for this thing, yeah, I'm going to put it together.
All right, we got another one from George John who says, who's the most dominant active fighter in boxing?
Oh, wait. Most dominant active fighter. What, Bud? Bud had the belt for a minute without losing, I think. Because Canelo lost to, Floyd in 2012, 2013. One of them two up there. They been holding down for a minute.
Yeah, Bud.
They're the most dominant active. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we got Pitbull says, did you ever compete or have you always been into coaching only?
I competed as an amateur. I had maybe 50-something fights. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. But somewhere around 50 fights as an amateur.
50's a lot, Coach. Congrats. Bo in Alabama says, I love watching you train, and I also like when you post clips from when you're studying old film. I am really looking forward to seeing seeing how Mack Truck does. I was rooting for him to make the Olympics, but I'm rooting even harder to see you and him both work your way through the heavyweight ranks. So no question, just a message of love.
Thanks, though, man. Thanks, though. Appreciate that.
Stonebone Boxing in Colorado says, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, but he says, Asa coach, after the complex closed, I thought you were done coaching. How were you able to rebound, and where is your new gym located? Asa Aki?
Aki means Assalamu Alaikum, basically, like abbreviated. But, so Walaikum Salam. I was been trying to get out of the sports complex on the low tip, you know what I'm saying? So I was reaching out to every little shop I saw for rent sign. And, man, no lie. When he told me they were closing, in less than an hour, the lady here called me back and affirmed my application. So it was like crazy, like, man, the same day, you know what I'm saying? And it's moved on in, man. It's been really good. I love my spot now. I really love it. It's a real boxing gym.
Well, Coach, that's the last question, man. I want to thank you, obviously, for your time. If you got any social media, please give it out at this time for anyone listening can follow you.
I'm at Mustafa's Boxing on Instagram. My Facebook is Mustafa Meekins. You can follow me there. Every day I'm posting. I'm on boxing, motivation, film study, breakdowns. That's what I do every day.
Thank you for your time, sir.
Now I know
Thank you.
I know Mack Truck's fight got canceled, so the minute you guys get that rescheduled, we definitely want to get you guys both back on and just talk about your new opponent.
Yeah, definitely, man. We man, Mack ready, man. I'm telling you, Mack ready for it all. Whoever want it, we can get it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we ain't playing with this.
Well, all right, Coach. Thanks for calling in, and we appreciate your time. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Mustafa Mickens, trainer of Mack Truck, Dakari Scott. So I'm very interested in seeing that union. Very happy. A lot of our listeners are familiar with him, so it's going to be even more interesting to watch that career develop.
Yes, you want us to chop it up while you get Robert?
Yeah, you know what? Thank you.
Yeah. Listen, great interview. And I like the way he broke down, first of all, the glove gate, but second of all, I love the way he broke down smaller heavyweights and shorter heavyweights. You know, I'm a shorter guy, so I related to the Tysons of the world, and I related to like a lot of smaller heavyweights, and that's why I like the cruiserweights so much. You know, they're not like overblown heavyweights. It kind of reminds me of bodybuilding. Like you have that classic, bodybuilding back in the day with like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and now like guys like Phil Heath are monsters, and it's impressive and it's fun, but you kind of miss that the old ways of it, and that's kind of what the cruiserweights represent to me today. But I agree with him as far as creating a super heavyweight division and getting rid of the cruiserweight division. But yeah, I mean, just a super knowledgeable
he didn't
guy.
agree with you on that.
Yeah, he agreed. He said that he wanted to keep the cruiserweight division and that he didn't want to create a second heavyweight division.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, and it's funny. He said exactly what Mac Truck said. Remember, you kind of asked that question to Mac, and Mac, and being shorter, you probably thought Mac was gonna say, "Nah, yeah, they should."
I did,
and he was like, "Nah, I wanted to say the same," because I believe that they believe element of surprise is where they're gonna get a lot of people, because it's like he said, it's harder to get heavyweight sparring at that height that's in shape and active. You know what I mean? People that's 5'10" and they're a heavyweight, you're overweight. But, Mac Truck has been doing this, so he knows how to move with his weight, and they plan on, looking a little better, as he said. You know what I mean? But let me go ahead and get into this call. Hold on.
Yeah, Mike, what'd you think?
It was a good interview. I just think that if you question a man's engine already, it's going to be a lot to overcome by being short and not having that engine. So, but hey, man, he believes in him.
I don't think he was questioning. I just think that, fighters are you level up. That's why it's 4 rounders, 6 rounders, 8 rounders, 12 rounders. So, he's saying work it up. I don't think he's questioning the tank.
I think he said that's maybe one of his flaws. Did he not say that?
Oh, damn, he used the word flaw?
Because you asked him, you said
he did.
To be a guy to be that weight. And to have like that kind of output, you're gonna need an engine. He was like, yeah, that's one of them things that we gotta
I thought he said work on.
He either said flaw or he used the word very similar.
Yeah, he uses like some kind of other way. But anyway, I'm of the mindset, man, like, I don't know, man. If you look, I've seen short guys with engines like Andy Ruiz who don't have a problem, you know what I'm saying? Because they can just go. And to me, that's what you need to be if you're going to be short in this heavyweight division. You're going to need to go. And these guys are 6'7". And 6'7" going against a 5'10", I don't care how great you are. You're going to need an engine to compete with that guy. Simple as that. Like, these not the days of Mike Tyson anymore where guys are 5'10" and 6'5". No, the heavyweight champion of the world is 6'9". The other one's 6'6". The former one is 6'7".
Yeah, but Mac is what, 20 he said, or 21?
Said 22, I thought.
Nah, Google.
If you have a growth spurt, you had one of them kind of
No, I ain't say nothing about growth spurt. I'm talking about, bruh, Tyson Fury talking about he got 2 more fights. Wilder talking about he got 5.5 years. 5 years for Mac Truck, he only 26. He don't got it. They don't got to put him in with nobody. First of all, they ain't got no management or promoter. So, Mr. Mickens is gonna have to do his own thing in Atlanta. Get him on a couple of Atlanta shows. Build him up in that area. Get him those wins, confidence builders. He's a short guy. Got to keep getting him them guys that he can knock over until they get noticed by a big promoter. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Even if you're not talking about these guys, let's just say Joshua Wilder and Fury, I'll retire by the time Matt Truck can get his age.
Exactly.
You still got Tony Yoka, 6'7". You still got Philip Hargrovic, 6'7". You still got Daniel Dubois, 6'5". You still got F.A. Ajagba, 6'9".
Yeah, but listen, F.A., you just not assessing it right. F.A. and Flip, specifically, Dubois and Joyce. By the 5 years from now, them dudes, listen, whoever's good is still undefeated, and whoever's not got a couple losses. We talking about 5.5 years, man. If he 20, you check the age already? What's the age?
Of who?
I thought Mario was checking the age.
No, my bad. I
Of
didn't
Scott.
check it.
Because I'm telling you, 5.5 years. Dubois fighting Joyce right now. Philip Hargrovic high in the WBC right now. He'll end up fighting Luis Ortiz. Yo, you kidding me? No, bro. Listen,
But you still, even
He's
if
21.
they're
He is
not
21.
champions,
bro, I'm about to look up this other
you gotta
heavyweight.
go through those guys to get to that championship level.
Look. George Aries.
We seen a guy in Hellenius who about to have success because he was tall against a guy like Adam Kornacki.
Look at this. George Aries. Look. George Aries isn't an Olympian, right? And he's already a professional. He's been a professional since 2014. He got 5 years boxing, and he's still an 8-rounders. Bruh, dudes know how to move, man. They know what they got. And the only reason I'm bringing this dude up is because, look, he lying on his box rec saying he's 6 feet. I'm about to find you a picture of him fully because you're going to see he like 5'10", 5'8". Everybody knows it. Look, Mac is 21. Thank you, Mustafa. But yeah, nah, man, I'm telling you, you don't got to rush a guy like that because there's going to be an opportunity for him with time. Right now, them dudes going to knock each other over. Listen, Tony Yoka just signed a Top Rank, didn't he? He about to get in the mix. He about
got Waleem,
you gotta
you still got
understand.
my boy Sonny Kanto.
You gotta understand.
Yeah,
That's what you want. You want a Kanto. Kanto like fucking 210, 6'2".
Yeah,
that's what you want.
No,
you
6'2".
Yeah, man. Who met him? Me or you? He got it. If
you met him, but he looked taller than them. He's 6'2". I take that.
I give him 6'4" at the most. But look, if you know Mac Truck, you looking to get a Jennings, Brian Jennings, and 5 years from now, unless you really knocking dudes over, then the trainer. Look, Mustafa said Mac Truck will stop Sonny Kanto right now.
Sonny Kanto is 6'4".
Right now. He said right now. And look, don't forget that Kanto was an amateur too. He obviously ain't been good as maybe he wasn't as good. He got more fights than Mac, but maybe he wasn't as good as a heavyweight as Mac. You never know. Maybe they met each other in the heavyweights. We don't know. Like it took me a while to learn, like through interviewing Danny, that he had wins over Crawford and Mikey. You know, like people don't really speak over the amateur record. You got to be in that amateur circuit to see it. But George Aries, I forgot. I was Googling an image of him so you can see how small he is in real life. I'm telling you. Hopefully they got a picture next to Lou because Lou is his promoter. Listen, Mustafa, keep doing what you're doing. Get him a couple fights in Atlanta. You got to get with Stevie Forbes. Stevie Forbes, 2-Pound Promotions. He does a lot of shows in Atlanta. Get with Amy Green. Guy, right? Get with Amy Green. She's a good publicist out in Atlanta. She can hook you up. You know who else? Maureen Shea. Maureen Shea, the former fighter, she does a lot of shows in Atlanta. And, build them up. Build them up because a fight with him and George Aries is beautiful. Now, let me see if I could just find the right shot so you can see how tall Aries is. Because, look, Aries looks the part. Let me just screen share this in general. Aries looks the okay, so look, this is him. You ever seen him fight, Mike?
No, I never seen him fight, but, bro, I'm just of the old mindset, man. A good... I don't know why it just matters in all sports. Like, if you're bigger and, like, if you guys have the same talent level and you're bigger... Yo,
check your mic. You cracking up. You cracking up heavy. I'm like your wire loose or something. And as soon as you stop, see, it did stop. So it's definitely Jew. But listen, man, I want to thank Mustafa Mickens. I want to thank... Wait, those aren't good at all? What isn't good at all? Oh, those heavyweights, they're just big. Yeah, so, man, I want to thank Mustafa Mickens, obviously. I want to thank Calvin Ford, Coach Calvin Ford. I want to thank, who else came on? Coach Kenny Ellis. I don't know. It looks like Hellenius isn't available right now. Let me see if he might have called me. Nope, not yet. So I don't know. But yeah. Mustafa said they coming for FA, Tony Yoka, all of them, you know.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, listen. Look at what Andy did, bro, and that's because element of surprise, man. It's important, man. You know, that's something that you can't account for. You know, you can't account for that element of surprise, but
Can't account for natural size either.
yeah, I mean, you're right.
We thought Wilder was the biggest puncher in the world. We love Wilder.
Yeah, but the thing,
we try to warn him. You try to warn him, man. What Fury put that weight on you?
Yeah.
Natural size, bro. That's
yeah,
all
but
it
you
was,
still
natural
talking about
size.
Fury. Fury won't be here, man. Fury won't be here.
I'm not bringing up Fury as far as Mr. Mufafa goes. I'm just saying how natural size can play a part in a fight where we thought the biggest puncher in the heavyweight history was gonna knock this guy out. At least I did.
Yeah, but everything is strategic, man. You know, there was a time where I criticized Canelo so badly, bruh. So, Alfonso Gomez, Jose Cotto, Matthew Hatton, Ryan I was just like, bruh. Vanez was like the number one to Canelo for like ever. And he wouldn't fight Vanez. And I didn't understand it because Vanez was fighting nobody. You know, his first fight was, I think, Laura. So, and Vanez was like
Canelo
30. Bro, Vanez was like 30 and something. You know what I mean? 30-0. Still no Laura fight on his jacket. And Canelo they wasn't ready. But then when they was ready, they let the leash off that boy. He just went straight through, man. It was just like eating everything, bro.
Murderers row.
Yeah, bro. Even that Floyd fight, it was nothing. That Floyd fight was nothing to him. Like, he took that loss and just kept going. Like, no tune-up after it, right? Who was after Floyd?
I'm checking right now.
Because I know Trout was before Floyd. Prime Trout. But yeah, man.
That was before, and so was Laura. But after Floyd, it was Alfredo Angulo.
Okay,
and that was him moving up for the first time.
He destroyed the dude that destroyed Laura.
No, that was at 154 still.
Yeah, but he still destroyed the dude that destroyed Laura. Because Laura, that's why I love Laura though. Laura
to a cut.
Yo, that's why I love Laura though, because Laura, he was losing that fight, bro. He was losing that fight. He came back with the accuracy and just that. He broke that orbital bone, bro. That shit looked like a fucking soccer ball on his face. It was crazy. Angulo was done after that too, man. And he's still out here trying to fight. But let me go out to these callers, man, real quick.
Before you do that, let me ask you one question that they brought up earlier. I meant to ask you. Do you think that Wilder's if Fury did do something to the glove, do you think that Wilder's trainer is partly responsible for letting that get by him?
I mean, listen, bro. I mean, look, man.
That's part of the job, man.
You can't really say that, man. You can't blame someone other than the cheater. But listen, that's all hearsay, man. No one knows, I hear it's a hypothetical. But if it was not hypothetical and it was in fact, you blame the cheater. You don't blame the trainer. You know what I mean? The trainer's thinking about winning. He's trying to make sure that he's probably worried about the game plan. I'm not saying he's not supposed to be focused on the opponent's gloves. I'm just saying, the opponent should not be cheating if he is. But again, all hypothetical. Let's go out to the callers real quick.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Yes, man. Good morning to everybody. I want to thank everybody rocking out with us. We're going up on 2 hours. Hopefully we can still get Robert Hellenius on, man. He reached out. He wanted to be on, and we definitely want to have him on the show. If you're on Blog Talk, remember to press 1 so that you could be, let me know that you want to be in the queue. Remember the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Let's go out to Boomerang in NO, New Orleans. J-Mac, what up?
You know how these bitches is in the sport. Total disrespect. Kid has no class, no style at all.
I'm a gorilla, I'm a dog. I'm a dog, I'm a gorilla.
The smartest thing you can do is to stay away from terrorists.
It can't be the boogeyman if I'm chasing him. You want to bet on?
You bet 100,000 on that.
Let's bet $1 million.
Easy. Let's bet $1 million.
Yo, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Thanks for the ad. What up, Mike, Mauro?
Good morning, brother.
Hey, I must have missed the memo. I didn't get you clear, and you might have to re-say what you said yesterday. I didn't understand the up to 15 and $5 Patreon. That's why I missed the memo this morning. I mean yesterday. Good show. Good interview on the interview I did caught. I heard you trying to push that guy to go with one and lean one way. You should have played my intro for him and stuff like that. Because he can't be the boogeyman when the man getting chased.
Hey, listen, he said he think Earl gonna win, but
No,
he think
he
Crawford's a
said
good
50,
fight.
50. He said 50-50, and then you say, man, you can't come on here and say that you got to lean towards one. And I think when he said, he misinterpreted what you said for us leaning and what have you, and then he said he got arrow.
Like you said, listen to me. Like you said, you came on late, so believe me, when he first started, without me even leaning any way, he got me so excited because he told me and Mike he felt Earl is going to win. So because of that, I kept trying to grind it in and ask more questions. Then eventually he said, look, they both could win, and I'm like, wait, don't back out now because I know you guys are listening and you ain't going to like that he said Earl, but he definitely went with Earl first.
And look, with all due respect, I'm not going to chop the guy down for his opinion. He's a trainer and stuff like that, so I'm sure his opinion.
Cut it. And I gave you a minute 30. There you go, buddy. But you'll be back on the boomerang. Let me go out to Trey in Oakland.
Come back to me, Ness.
All right. Let's see. We got Israel in Oklahoma. Talk to me.
Hey, real good interviews, Nez. How y'all doing, Mike, Mario?
All good.
Doing well.
Hey, great interviews. Really enjoyed Calvin and Kenny. Calvin that still blows my mind that Cuddy was based on him. That's the first time I've ever gotten to talk to him, so that was real cool. Seems like all these experts are kind of deflating Glovegate, so to speak. That's all I got to say. I'll let your other callers chime in.
Dude, talking about Glovegate, did you see that YouTuber Young Farrell started a petition and he's looking for 5,000 signatures? I promise you, I clicked the link.
I saw that.
He was nearly at 4,000.
Yeah, he was at 3.
When I clicked the link,
wow, he was at 3. He was at
chat. It was 4,700.
Wow,
it was 3,600 this morning when I woke up.
Yeah, it was 3,600 when I clicked. But wait, what does that mean? Did Nevada ask for 5,000 signatures? I don't understand what's going on.
No, he's just going to take those and he's going to present a case just
like
everyone else.
5,247 right now.
Oh, 5,200.
Wow. 7,500.
Wow, yo, but I need to know, is there some sort of number, like they need a mandatory minimum to open up a case or something?
I don't think so.
I don't know, bro.
Because that's crazy.
No, I'm just asking because why did he pick that number? Why did he say 5,000? Why did he not leave it, infinite? So see, what if it was 1 million people that want the petition signed? Like, why did he bottle himself to 5,000? And I felt like if he put a number, that must have been some sort of goal that he looked up on Nevada or something. Like, you need 5,000 signatures to open up a case or something.
That could
Apparently
be.
he's not bothering himself. He goes to 5,000, then he just pushed it to 7,500.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so yeah. So that's exactly what I thought it was.
Oh, so he could change it.
I thought he was underestimating his like, I thought he was thinking, I'm not going to get 5,000 or I'll barely get 5,000. And so, you know what I mean? He's probably surprised. He's going to just keep upping it and upping it because people are signing up. And I mean, it's a lot of people out there that believe in Glovegate and also don't believe in dinosaurs. That was a joke, but somebody's going to get mad.
And
absolutely.
Let me go out to looks like back in the New Orleans.
So interesting that you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit. Hey, with that comment. Come on. That was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit. You know, we're doing live TV. Man, I don't care. What you gonna do about it?
I'm killing this mother. Why do you have to talk like that? Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem? Turn off your station. I'm the best ever.
Yeah, good morning, y'all. What's up? What's up?
Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, I think I just got on and I heard some of the interview. I heard him say he got arrow beaten on Bud first, and then you called him out on it. That's when he tried to reiterate it, saying it was a 50-50 fight. So I mean, I heard that part. But besides that, what else y'all had? What was the main topic?
Well, we're talking two topics. Canelo, Triple G, both agreed to the trilogy, and we never got around to talking about Anthony Joshua's fight being pushed back, possibly with Pulev due to coronavirus. We're also talking about Roger Mayweather, rest in peace. Yeah. And we're also talking about Franchon Cruz and her WBO title getting reinstated. She's champion again.
All right, well, rest in peace, Roger Mayweather. We gonna miss you in the boxing world. You know, I know Floyd took a hit, man. He just had 2 close deaths back to back. But also, man, nobody want to see that Triple G versus Canelo trilogy fight. It was trash. Triple G won the first fight, got a draw. Canelo won the second fight.
Canelo getting a stoppage.
Excuse me, what you say?
Canelo getting a stoppage.
Man, he probably would. Yeah, the man about 40 years old now. He should get a stop.
Who's older, Korobov or Triple G?
We're not gonna go there, Ness. I know you're trying to get me to go there, but I'm not gonna go there with you today. But nobody wants.
Cut it. Listen, everybody's looking at this fight wrong.
FYI, I gave you 5 seconds more than your brother at 1:35 for you. Everybody gets more time.
Everybody is looking at this fight wrong now. Now that it's here, I thought about it. Listen, Triple G knows he ain't going to win a decision. He's going to go out there and he's going to try to make a fight.
And in Texas. Not even Las Vegas no more.
Yeah, but that's even worse for Texas Mexican fighters.
Yeah,
they definitely get a favor over there.
Yeah, man. Yo, I think didn't Julio Cesar Chavez wait like 5 hours to pee in Texas?
Yeah, and I'll tell you also, I have plenty of stories of Mexican fighters that were able to pass up on their urine test after the fight and didn't have to take it until like they were at the hotel or like even the day after. But anyway, yeah, so I'll listen. This is being thought of as the wrong thing. I think that Triple G is going to come out here and try to make it a fight. I think we're going to have a really exciting. You know what the fight's going to be similar to, in my opinion, Pacquiao Cotto in the first 4 rounds. I really think that you're going to have one guy pressing, one guy who's looking to counter, but at some point they're just going to get explosive. And listen, nobody's picking Triple G. That's the problem with this fight is that people look at it. Well, I know Canelo's going to win. Oh, I know Canelo's going to win. Listen, a lot of people scored that second fight a draw, and a lot of people scored that first fight for Golovkin. So
Mario, stop it, man. Before people say you're not Mexican.
I didn't. I scored it for Canelo. I scored both fights for Canelo, by the way. And I will say that he knows he's not going to get a decision. He's going to go in there. Canelo will stop him, and Canelo is going to win the fight. But I promise it's going to be interesting.
Triple G, man.
He's going to get stopped.
He's hit Triple G with the punch from the heavens. That hook.
You're right.
Triple G took that punch, looked at him, and kept on coming forward. He ain't stopping Triple G.
It's going to be the one he doesn't see, and it's going to just.
That's one thing I think Triple G has is a great chin.
Bruh, he's stopping Triple G. My man is older. He's going to beat him to the body. They already know it ain't to the chin. They going to beat him to the body, and he don't like it to the body. Watch that second fight. They already beat him to the body, but they going to go for the stoppage.
Watch the Derevchenko fight. There were a couple times. I watched that fight last night, just skimmed through it just because I knew the topic that we were going to go on. And, let me tell you, he was hurt in that fight multiple times. And Mike is absolutely right. The guy's got a chin. The guy does not go down. But, oh, man, I just couldn't imagine if Canelo was the one throwing those punches.
I'm sorry.
Crazy.
Damn, I'm sorry. I thought you was going to end.
No, go ahead. I'm done.
I thought you were ending with I can't imagine Canelo throwing punches. So I just want to do, our little 2, 3, 5, however long it takes to do the Patreon spiel, right? So there's been a bit of confusion with Skype. You can be as low as a $5 level to use Skype, but your day is only on a Thursday, right? Because if you're a $5 level, you only get to hear Thursday's show. If you're a $10 level, you get Thursday and Sunday. 15 obviously gets you all. So on your respected day, if you're a Patreon, yes, you can use Skype. You know, yesterday I let everyone use it because yesterday was information time. Like I said, I put that post out on iTunes, everywhere, so it's everywhere. Now people are finding out as they listen to it, which they are, and a lot of people have signed up the way that I expected and hoped, wished, yes. So let's say you're a $5, you can call in on Thursdays using Skype, or you can call in every day absolutely free using Blog Talk. You don't have to pay anything using Blog Talk. Absolutely free. You don't ever have to sign up to Patreon if you want to just call in Blog Talk. It's all good. We're not going to hate on you at all. You know, it was always free. It still remains free on all our live shows. But on demand, you know, podcasts, you won't get that. You will get the podcast. Like, okay, yesterday's episode is free, right? And if you got it on iTunes or TuneIn or Stitcher or iHeartRadio or Spotify or Spreaker, it has ads. A lot of them. Double ads, you know, the kind you hate. But if you're a Patreon, obviously we have the video podcast as a post. And I also put out yesterday the audio only. So if you're a truck driver and you know you got bad service in the mountains, you just download the podcast like you normally would. You can check the post out. People love it. It works very easily. And again, no ads at all for Patreons. You know what I mean? You'll never have ads in your podcast ever. Ads are going to obviously be for the free podcast. But if you're a patron, you'll always get the MP3 version, so you can take it with you on your airplane, on your runs, whatever. If you don't want to use data, if you want to use data, remember, the live video will always be here on Patreon. Once again, if you're a $5 patron, you can use Skype on Thursday from 7 through 10 to call in. So if you're in the UK and you know you're a $5 patron, you can absolutely call from 7 to 10 on Thursdays. That's your day. If you're a $10 patron, you can call 7 through 10 on Sundays and Thursdays. Those are your days. If you're 15 and up, you call in every single day, no matter what the day, on both Skype and Blog Talk. Plus, you don't have any ads and all that other good stuff. Don't forget, everything is going to Patreon now. Like I said, we put out the Roger Mayweather post updating you yesterday of this news when it broke. We also put out numerous posts for all our guests. And we're not going to be done because we're going to be posting 3 more, so pay attention. There's also the ability to pin. Every morning, I will pin the episode at the top of the page, and I will schedule the episode the night before like I did. This was there since yesterday for you to see. I know it's going to take a little bit of time, but we're definitely going to get this going in a routine, and you guys will pick it up quickly. But like I said, the content will be richer and greater, not only because of the many, many interviews that we get and your ability to ask them a question, but because we're funneling all our content through here. So not only is Patreon being updated, but the lens on Patreon as well. Like I said, I put out the official press releases from Golden Boy and Matchroom and even Queensberry Promotion Frank Warren, giving you the information that they canceled their events as well. So just to reiterate to everyone out there, we're talking Canelo versus Golovkin. They both agreed to the trilogy. And we're also talking Anthony Joshua's title defense, which could be rescheduled with Kurbet Pulev due to the coronavirus. Do you guys remember what day exactly he was supposed to defend that belt? Because they're talking about rescheduling it till July, and I think that's the best thing they can do is go ahead and reschedule it now because things are not looking any better.
Yeah, it was June 20th. It was
Okay.
June 20th. Yeah. That was the official date. So just that would be like a month later. That wouldn't be bad. Ness, real quick, I want to take this back. Even though you cleared it up at the very beginning, you said that a $10 tier would get you Thursday and Sunday. There is no $10 tier.
Yes, there is.
You're sure?
I'm positive.
Okay, my bad. Just when we were doing this.
Yeah, I know your notes. I flipped it because you did
okay.
it. I felt
Got
like
it.
you made the mistake, but yeah, no, it's
Okay,
definitely
that's fine.
there.
Then I must have misunderstood. Got it. Thank you. That's why I wanted you to clear it up too. So
Yeah, no, it's definitely there. $3 gets you access to Untitled, which is back, and this is what I'm saying because we're only focusing on Patreon and not on YouTube views. Everything is back. Betting show's back on Friday, so that means on Friday you'll get a morning show and a betting show without failure if there is bets to make. You know what I mean? And when there's very little bets to make, we won't even cancel it. We'll just, if we're coming on for 5 minutes to tell you the 1 or 2 bets that are available. But we're going to, definitely keep our word this go around. Obviously, Untitled will be on Mondays, and that's going to be when you get 2 shows on Mondays as well. You'll obviously get that first morning show, and then maybe 7 p.m. Eastern, we'll do the Untitled where we talk about everything, you know what I mean? Like this very good movie I just saw. What did I just see, man? Man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. I'm going to have to go check my AMC app. Yo, AMC is actually giving me, they halted my account and they're giving me some of my money back because of the coronavirus right now because they can't charge you and shit. Crazy, right?
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so good.
No, and I seen some other stuff floating around. Like you can contact your billers and tell them that you're experiencing coronavirus. Not experiencing the symptoms, but that you're being affected. Like some people can't go to work. Like I told you, the people in Apple. Look, let's stick with Vegas, Fight City. Casino employees have been sent on furlough. They're calling it, and it's like, yeah, furlough means I get to go home without pay. So not. Cool.
I think I was the only one that misunderstood the cellular plan there because when I heard it, I was under the understanding that they were going to basically like forgive the first month or two or they're allowing you to skip those payments, but then you have to pay those payments, once you're starting to pay your payments.
Man, that's
again,
whack. Because won't it be higher interest or are those payments?
Exactly.
Do they just accumulate? Because
That's
I never
exactly
noticed if the phone bill had interest.
Yeah.
But real quick, what we will be talking about definitely Monday on Untitled. Obviously, before Sunday, we'll put out the post so that you can pick the topics that you want to talk about. You can keep it boxing. If you still want to talk Errol and Bud, you can put Errol and Bud. If you want to talk movies, you can put that. You want to talk Bud, put Bud. You want to talk whatever. I will be willing and wanting and probably speaking about Bloodshot with Vin Diesel.
All right, I'll go watch that.
It came out. I watched it. I mean, I don't think you could watch it. AMC is shut down, so I'm pretty sure.
I could watch I'll watch it some other way.
And that's what I'm saying. It's crazy how it's really like look, they shut down the theaters. I mean, all those kids can't work. A few adults, but mostly kids can't work now. So it's like
they pushed Fast and Furious back a whole year.
Yeah,
because of it.
Damn, a year.
They said, and they coming out to 2021.
That.
Oh, that's probably because they was going to use Italy or some shit.
No, it's because that movie is not just it's like an international movie, and they got to be in all territories for that movie to experience the success that the past movies did.
Yeah.
So they said, "Fuck it, we're gonna wait a whole year."
Damn.
Y'all want to hear an idea for an Untitled real quick that
Sure.
I got? So coronavirus, it's like we're all stuck in, right? We should do like a coronavirus, like not a coronavirus, like a desert island. Like, what are the top 3 fights that you can only watch for the rest of your life? Like, what would they be? Or the top 3 fighters? I think that would be dope.
That is so hard to figure out. The last 3 I want to watch.
Top 5 if you want.
Dude, I don't do well with those because there's so many fights. Like,
I know.
I don't even know, bro. Like, damn,
I would be like Gotti Ward.
I can't even pick a fight right now.
We on the island, and he got 3, I got 3.
Yes, exactly.
And we all can change it up.
Yeah, we can all pick our own, and the callers can call in, give us their top 3 desert island fights and fighters. You know, and you could change it that way.
I'll do fighters. I'll do fighters because I can't do
fighters.
fights. I can't do fights.
Because if you pick the fighters, you get their whole catalog. So.
All right, well that's better because I definitely can't just pick 3 fights that I want to watch for the rest of my life. That's gonna be too difficult.
That would be tough, but I think it would be a good Untitled. We should schedule that either this week or next.
All right, let me get out to Caesar in Vegas. What up?
Yo.
Yo.
You hear me?
We hear you.
Hey, Ness.
Yo.
So I was listening to a Yo, can you hear me?
Yep.
I was listening to a podcast this morning. Well, first of all, rest in peace to Roger Mayweather's Black Mamba. Got to get that out of the way. Got to pay my respects. Second of all, good morning to everybody. Ness, Mike, Mario. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are staying healthy. But back to what I was trying to say. I was listening to a podcast this morning, and it's this dude that I've been following since I was younger. The dude's name is Timothy De La Ghetto, and he was talking about the whole demonetizing thing, and that he also got flagged and he got a strike for one of the videos that he posted. But he said he tried to get a hold of the people on YouTube, and he seen that they posted a tweet saying that there's nobody in the YouTube office that really controls it, so everything's being run by computer. So even if you dispute it, the computer can't do nothing for you.
I got dude, you got hella background. I love you, Caesar. You know I do, but you got so much background. It's like you're drilling in the background right now.
I've seen that video with Timothy De La Ghetto.
But not drilling like a jackhammer. It's just like a constant hum.
It's these big, huge fans that are in the work area, man. This is where we take breaks. So yeah, sorry about that. You can.
It's all good though. I gave you a minute 30, so I don't feel bad. He was talking about the
demonetizing. Yeah. Talking about Timothy De La Ghetto put that out about how they're striking people and there's nobody in the office.
I received internally. They did a drop down and it told you like right now no manual reviews because of the coronavirus. Bro, this coronavirus is a little bit serious. It's funny. Some people still working or allowed to work, others aren't. But let me get to Majid in one of the many states. But what up from Florida?
What's up?
What's going on, Chant?
Not much. I'm still out here working in Memphis. I heard about all the stuff going down with your channel and everything, so I just wanted to show some support, and I'll definitely be signing up for a little higher bracket for you. Just wishing the best. And then another thing I want to say that don't have nothing to do with nothing. I don't know why when Mario talked, he made me want to fight him, man. But shit, good job with what y'all doing, dog. You know what I'm saying? To keep up the good work, man. I'm gonna up my little Patreon for you.
All right, man. Well, thank you.
That's
Definitely appreciate that, Majid. Oh, Sid. Why'd I say Majid? My bad. Sid.
Yo, that was a comment on one of my first articles I ever wrote. They were like, the way you write makes me want to punch you in the face.
Oh, man.
Like, all right.
That's love they sending you, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shout out to all the people still working out there, man, because obviously you guys are somehow keeping the world going for us for sure. Because at least we still got internet and TV and all that shit. I'm afraid of the little boo. This is an emergency broadcast. I'm shit. I'm waiting for the zombies, man. Every day I'm telling Alex that, like, bruh, man, if shit hit the fan, you got to come over here. We got to board up the house, man. Got to board up the house, man, like open road or something. It's going to get ugly out here, man. I'm telling you. See, right now, nobody ain't turned into a zombie, so we good.
But that's another show that we should do, another Untitled. Like, what's like the scariest type of zombies? Like, Is it the ones that look like monsters but are slow as shit, or the ones that can run that really don't look that messed up, like 28 Days
I
Later?
like Walking Dead zombies. I think I could
Yeah.
never get caught by those motherfuckers. I don't want those. What is it? Legend Z with Brad Pitt.
Oh yeah, them
Nah,
things were
those
fast and scary.
and I don't want the ones with Will Smith. No sir.
Oh,
I Am Legend. I don't want the I Am
yeah.
Legend zombie. Them motherfuckers were strong and very strong. No, if it's Walking Dead, I'm good, man. I'm doing my thing, bro. Walking Dead, you just got to, you know what I'm saying? Don't get hit up with the blood, right?
That ain't
I would
nothing
prefer
but road days.
Shaun of the Dead zombies, the one that just stupid as shit.
Oh yeah.
a little British zombie movie.
That was a good movie.
I didn't see that one, but I seen the one with the dude that played in the Facebook movie, Zuckerberg. It just part 2 came out. Zombieland. I like those zombies too. You see, they live for mad long. You know what I mean? They made 2 movies out that shit. So, you know, I just don't want them Legend Z ones. Them motherfuckers was too. Really is a list. Like Will Smith had the worst zombies, man. His shit was strong. They was physically built and everything. Shit was crazy.
That's true.
Nah, bro.
That's true. Dawn of the Deads were crazy though.
Will was he was a tough guy for that. All right, let's get to some boomerangs, right? We gotta get back to J Mac. What up?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the topic of the show ain't worth talking about because I really don't care about the fight. Y'all can.
Well, we got 4 topics though. You know, we talking. Franchon Cruz got reinstated as the WBO champ at 168.
I'm glad to hear that. What else?
The other one was Roger Mayweather, and the other one was Anthony Joshua's fight may get pushed back to July, says Eddie Hearns.
Oh, okay.
And also, keep in mind, Canelo fight with Triple G is in the AT&T Stadium.
Interesting. I won't be going there. Rod already tried to hit me up and say we gotta go there. I said I ain't gonna watch that shit. The only way I'm watching it is for free, and I'm looking for the illegal, cheap way out. I'm not supporting Canelo. Last fight I supported Canelo was Islandi Lava, where he got when he robbed and lost that fight, and they gave him the decision. So I won't ever do it again.
Why you can't support Triple G? I mean, he was an immigrant that came to America to live the American dream, and
has not fought no fucking body. And get the pass that you give other fighters on this show every day talking about who has they fought. Triple G has fought no fucking body, but he's Canelo's biggest win.
Triple G fought more people in his division than Crawford fought in his division.
I hear you. And he's still at 160. All right. Never moved up. Stayed at the division, fighting no fucking bodies. Waiting for the meat.
Cut it. Listen, Triple G got Jacobs and 2 Gennady fights, plus Martin Murray, Matthew Hacklin, Daniel Gill, Curtis Stevens, Gabe Rosado. I mean, Derevyanchenko, David Lemieux. Stop it, bro. Like, that's why he's getting the fight. He's got a better resume than everyone else asking for the fight. But, so yeah, man, look, there's obviously no rush. It's Patreon only, but we did get to all our callers. Oh, Trey, what up? You ain't busy? Trey? Busy still. All right, up. Say what?
Yeah, I said, can you hear me?
Oh, very good. Yes, we can.
Perfect.
Okay. I ain't know if my service was bad. Yeah, shit, we ain't got no fights. We ain't got nothing bad other than this damn show. So keep it going. And I'm busy. So yeah, I could give my boomerang to JT. All
right, so yeah, man, I definitely want to keep it going. I think we need to get in a little bit more in depth into the Franchon Cruz situation. You know, I obviously, you know, I like the WBC and stuff, but man, I'm not happy that they're like last. They're gonna be last at this point to move on this. You know, shout out to the WBO. I give them so much shit, and they stepped up to the plate. You know, Franchon Cruz is reinstated, and like I talked about earlier, you know, I think that let me double check. Have they reinstated the win to
They reinstated her as champ, and I'm pretty sure they made it a no contest.
that
Before,
would
like,
be the right thing to do, but you know,
I'm pretty sure they did that.
okay. I'm double checking
Yeah,
just
so
to
am I.
make sure.
Yeah, she got that's a no contest. No decision. I'm sorry, no decision.
Oh, that's perfect. Well, whoa.
No, that's great. That's great.
No, but it still got it a red as a loss in the KO. What the freak? Oh yeah, because of the Shields
No, she
fight.
has a loss from
Yeah, Shields.
Shields.
Oh, that's good, man. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, I'm happy for her, bro.
Yo,
we
refresh.
need to have her
You
back
chopping
on.
up. You chopping up. Refresh.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on. But yeah, man, that's good. I'm happy to see that they took that loss off. Bro, that was a tough fight. That was a tough fight. She says she won't give her that fight again, that the money's going to have to be very good, bro, and that maybe she's going to have to be a mandatory, and I get it. But the thing is, there's money in that fight now. You know there's money in that fight. You know there's money in that fight. The same way that there's
You
money.
think she should take it though?
Bro, I mean, is there a bigger money fight for her unless Clarissa comes back up and give her a rematch? Clarissa got to want to give her a rematch. She's got to do more to make Clarissa give her a rematch. You can't just, you know, because look, she lost that fight, but obviously this girl tested positive. But at the end of the day, she's coming off of a loss. Like whether there's no contest or not, like, you know, you don't just get a Clarissa fight. You know what I mean? We're gonna want to see you go do something in the meantime.
The only way I want that fight. Damn, I'm so choppy.
You are. I'm trying to check if
shut-
it's me. I'm trying to check if it's me. I'm doing a
No, I
speed
think
test in the background.
Damn, you want me to shut down and get my invite back?
Yeah, sure, man.
Okay, keep an eye on your text. I'll be right back.
All right. You know, my shit looking pretty slow too, but you guys will let me know in the Skype, man. But yeah, man, I'm very happy for Franchon Cruz, man. Very happy that she got reinstated. Now I don't know where she goes from here, but I tell you what, my girl, Shadeja Green, that wasn't my internet pausing. Don't believe that. That was me thinking. I had a little brain fart there. Yeah, Shadeja Green, she's coming up them ranks. But definitely I think my internet is slow because I've been trying to do the speed test and it's just like not really doing nothing. How am I sounding over there to you, J-Mac? Because Mario ain't even here. I ain't got no co-host to let me know nothing.
You sound all right to me.
All right. Well, that's good to
The
be.
only thing that sound horrible is you still trying to promote Golovkin resume.
I mean,
Other
bro,
than
he got a
that, though,
good resume, bro. He got a good resume.
yeah, I hear you. It's funny how you big up people resume to fit the cast, the meat cow man, and stuff like that, just to say that's the best fighter on his
I
resume.
mean, I'm building up Trout resume too. Let me fade you to black like Jay-Z. I'm building up Trout resume to feed Terrence Crawford, but y'all scared. That's just the truth. Y'all talking about, oh, he ain't make weight, and oh, we ain't gonna get no credit. Meanwhile, that's gonna be the biggest name. We need to build that fight up, man. Let my man Trout get a payday and let him put Crawford to the test. That'll be the best name on his resume. And I get it. Look, I'm not saying do it right now, man. I'm not saying do it right now. Trout got to get a decent name, you know, himself. But y'all should be wanting that fight. I'm just saying, y'all should be wanting that fight. Let me double check my text. I think my man's in nope, nothing yet. Yeah, man. So what else was on the show? Oh yeah, so the Joshua stuff with the coronavirus. Yeah, man, I think they need to follow suit. You know, nobody wants to look like they're all about money. Everyone else is packing up and closing the doors. You know, you don't want to be, you know, that company that's still doing, you know, business and putting citizens at harm. But I know that Eddie said he's preparing to do shows indoors, closed circuit, so to speak. Obviously, no, not closed circuit because you could buy tickets to closed circuit, but closed off in a way that is just for television, so that he can,
Keep the TV
meet
rights happy.
and meet his obligations and whatnot. But yeah, man, listen, we got to every caller. It is what it is. We tried to drag it out, not really much more to talk about. But what is today? What is today? Wednesday. Let me go through the schedule one time. Tomorrow we got heavyweight Colby Christensen, I think it is. Christensen, yes. And we got heavyweight Tyrone Sponge, who was supposed to face Joshua. And then later in the evening, we'll have welterweight Thomas Delorme, who's going to be facing Jamal James. We'll have Sugar Shane Mosley Jr., and we'll also have Gabriel Flores Jr. I'll put all these out today. What happened?
I thought Shane Mosley Jr.
No, you guys thought it was last Thursday, and I told you it wasn't. But yeah, so I'll put all these out today so you guys can ask these guys some questions. And for Friday, we got Lennox Allen scheduled. Lennox Allen, 168 pounder. Let me see. Next week, we got nothing. We got to schedule up for next week, I think. But we definitely got Thursday booked already. No Thursday. Okay. But there you go. Those are the scheduled guests. And oh my God, I gotta look for this email, bro. Where's this guy? No, he hasn't hit me out. He's gonna be so mad. I keep saying his name. I think it's Etho, but I'm not sure. He paid for an on-demand show. Let me double check here. Oh snap! So Hellenius.
Something good?
Hellenius is by the phone waiting, but that was a half an hour ago. Shit, man. Let me see something here. Let me see if we could get this done. Slam.
Man.
What,
I hope my internet holds up.
Nah, all right. So let's end it and reschedule. It's all good.
Yeah.
We'll do that. Because, you do sound choppy, and I don't know if it's me. Hold on. Let me see. We just got a new caller jumped in. And the 3-something. Can you see it or you don't? You got your window closed?
Yeah, I had closed everything
that's Keem
and restarted.
In Florida. Keem, what up?
Hello?
What up, champ?
What's going on? Getting no intro, man.
Oh, man. My bad. Yo,
I put
I ain't
Keem's
used...
name in there.
Huh?
I put Keem's name in there.
I must got to refresh because it don't say nothing over here. But, yeah, you get your intro, champ. I'm just used to you calling in on Skype. Hold on a minute.
El gran campeón puertorriqueño, Felix Trinidad.
You got any excuses tonight, Roy? Let's not ask questions like that. Let's touch gloves and go to work. Let's go to work.
Yes, thank you for that, man. Appreciate that. Good morning, though, Mario, Ness. I'm going to upgrade to that 15, man. I wasn't clear on those rules either. I know it's a transition, so we got to, give time for everybody to get acclimated to it. But I'm going to upgrade to that 15, man. I love the move, too, to Patreon, man. Honestly, I think this is really the best way to go for the show, man. You should hone in on the people that are willing to pay and then really support every day, So that's what's up, man. I like the move that you guys made, over to this platform. But great interviews, man. Calvin Ford and Kenny's interview was dope. They seem like some cool dudes, real funny. I'm glad that Franchon at least got one of her belts back. She definitely needs that WBC back. As far as the Triple G Canelo, I ain't too excited for the third fight, man. Obviously, I'm going to tune in. I got this on. But and I'm with you, Ness. I think Canelo stops Triple G. He's older now. He's coming off his leg injury. Yeah, it's just I don't think he'll be able to do much this third fight. So I will pick Canelo to stop him. Besides that, I think that was really it, right? Ain't too much else, man. Yeah, that was that. I'm gonna upgrade though, man, so I can get back with y'all on Skype. It's just easier to use Skype than Blog Talk, man. But yeah, appreciate the show as always, man.
Okay, man. Thank you for
Oh, hey,
calling.
don't forget Border Wars either, champ. Don't forget the Border Wars shows on Patreon, champ. You know we still rocking with Border Wars, man.
Yeah, nah, we ain't gonna forget that. Definitely, we not. We not. That'll be out. That'll probably be something we actually do free, obviously. But we could always do it first for Patreon and then release it publicly later. Like I said, and I'm glad that that message at least was felt and heard by you. We're not worried about views. We're worried about Patreons. We're gonna cater to you guys. So again, use the community page on Patreon for anything that you think is discussion worthy, right? Because if you guys believe it's good, well, that's what we want to talk about. Let's check. I'm actually going to refresh it. We're going to do that now. I've never done that. See, we're going to cater to you guys. George John posted there an hour ago. He says, has today's show began? I can't find it. George John, you obviously found it now. You're in the chat. But yes, I'm going to reiterate that the show will be scheduled the night before, always. That's something that was never done before. And that's because we were always waiting for multiple topics. Like I said, this time around, it's just always going to be a show at 9 o'clock. Here and there, it'll have a title, or multiple things in the title, but that the show will always be here at 9 o'clock. So expect it. What else? We got PG Darrell 2 hours ago says, I upgraded and so how can I watch the morning show? But I think PG Darrell is already watching it. I think I seen you in the chat. But if not, yes, log in and log out is always the best way to refresh the system if you've upgraded and it hasn't taken effect. 4 hours ago, we have the Earthquake says, for the love of TBV, please don't give out the YouTube link. This new quarantine TBV is what's up. All it takes is one person who wasn't listening to fuck it up. Don't share the link. Very true. Thank you, Earthquake, for reminding me to speak about that. This link here on Patreon that you receive, that later you can come to the live chat via YouTube. Please do not share the YouTube link. Only share the link that I screen shared yesterday. And if you don't remember, it's right on Patreon. You'll see it below. It's a little arrow, and it gives you maybe 3 methods of sharing via Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest, and one other thing. Let me see what else is on the community page. So far, no one suggested any topics, but thank you for using the community page for ways to get in touch with us. We got DBX says, signed up to the 15 a month. Looking forward to more content and less trolls. And that's exactly what we got. We actually got 2 moderators for nothing because there's nothing to moderate. Everyone is, it's a safe zone right now. It's beautiful. So let me see. Frank says, alternatives to YouTube's. Any of these options to be considered? So I got to look these up myself. Thank you, Frank, for that help because I definitely needed it. And Jordan Baker saying, thanks, bro. It's on Patreon now. But Frank, thank you. I'm going to look into that because I am looking for video alternatives where I don't have to consistently say don't share the link, right? Like the thing is, Vimeo is very expensive and it only gives me 7 gigs. Like yesterday's show was 4 hours and it was 4 hours because they cut us. We were going to go longer than that. So yeah, the gigabytes is very costly. We don't want to be spending more than we're making. Let me see. We got yesterday from Steve in Chicago. He said this would be a good time for a film study. Suggestions on which fights. That's true, but you only got 1 comment on that post. Carlito in the UK said film study on Wilder Fury 2 with the devil emoji. So that's true. If you guys want a film study, go to the community page, find Steve in Chicago's post. His name on Patreon is SG Pass, and recommend the fight that you want us to watch, and we all watch it together. PG Darrell with the shout out. Yo, I upgraded Ness. Well, thank you, brother. Hope you're enjoying and able to watch the show. Um, yeah, let's see. Frank saying he also upgraded to the 15, so he wants to listen to every show. Thank you. Jordan Baker replied, I used the brand Contender. It felt okay. So this is a headgear question, I believe. He's got it because he wants to sign up to Border Wars as well. So shout out to Frank, man, coming through. He said, upgraded my membership from 5 to 15 TBV to the future Border Wars contestants. Here is a solid link with USA approved boxing headgear. Thank you for that, because people do need that. Frank is a 130 pounder. So if anybody's gonna be in that Vegas area once this coronavirus clears up, we're looking for a 130-pound novice, to get it in with Frank in Border Wars in Las Vegas. If that goes off, we might be like all the other boxing events and have to push our date back too, because we had the date of July 18th. So, it might not happen because of this coronavirus. Let me see. We got one coming from Ruin of 504. Patreon tier idea. Just brainstorming. All right. I love it. Let me hear it. Just some stuff I thought of. Few slight changes. Tier 1, 5, Thursday and Sunday show only. Tier 2, 15, daily shows, access to Border Wars, access to all Patreon shows, Untitled Film Study, box betting shows, etc. Free gift, one question per interview. But then the $5 tier doesn't even get the questions. I essentially just added one more show to the $5 tier and got rid of the 3. Also, most of the stuff Patreon shows and other Border Wars, for example, that's one of the current 5 tiers, has moved up to entice people to spend the extra 10. Let's see what comment you got. Steve says, great idea. All right. I don't know. Because I need the 3, unless the 3 becomes the 5, right? Like if his idea works, then everyone converts to 5. And if you get much more 5s, then it works because you got enough people for the questions. But the 3 is the lowest tier, and you never want to turn someone away just because they can't afford, any of the other tiers. I still want to have them feel like they're part of a show. That's why I do most questions at the $3 level. Depending on the champion, we might not let you ask at 3, 5, like I don't really let people ask wilder questions at 5 because, we're going to get these weird questions, because they want to be hurtful like Coyote. But Coyote's only doing what CYP was doing to him. CYP was asking everybody, is AJ a legend? I think he was asking. So it's hilarious, man. It comes around, goes around. Freaking karma, I swear, man. I really wanted Wilder to win that fight, man. I just, wow. What would have been? You know what I mean? If he could just get this win the second time, bro. But, it's going to take some work, man. We got to get this fight, and the training right. But let me go out the boomerang, just jumping in Atlanta. Hopefully you've been listening, champ, and you're up to speed, so that you don't, feel out.
Riding in the form with a foreign 4 Gianos on my feet, and the paint look wet. Every corner that we been, there's another broke neck. Rolling through the city, swag game on full flex. I know you see.
What's good, man? I'm at the JLB, man. I'm just listening, but good show.
All right, brother. Well, thanks for calling in, man. Look, man, we got to everything. So, Mario, man, I guess Instagram and Twitter, NestGTO. Catch us on the next one.
At Mario Mungia on Twitter, at Mario Mungia on Instagram. Peace. Yeah. Can I Can I undo my camera?